Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Would you please give a warm welcome to the hosts of the SWA Happy Hour, Dom and Chris.
Good evening, Mr. Lane. Mr. Lane is muted. There you go.
And I hit the button and didn't matter. It still didn't unmute it.
And I was looking at it muted, watching it. I'm not going to touch it.
I missed it.
What's going on, my friend?
Hey, I'm doing fine. How you doing? Of course, I had the show playing in another channel someplace, and I had to find it amongst my 300 open windows, so that took me a second.
Yeah. So you had a little new spice thing right in the beginning.
Yeah. Woo. Spicy. We're spicy.
They're so spicy.
Yeah, that's us. All right. Well, welcome to the Happy Hour with Dom and Chris.
To the Happy Hour, folks. It's another Thursday.
And like every come on in. Don't cost nothing to come in the Happy Hour.
Happy should be for free.
Happy is free. We provide free happiness and settling conversation or what passes for such.
Yeah, what we consider to be good conversation. You may think it's complete crap. That's your right to do so.
Indeed. How has your week been so far?
Yeah, my week sucked, man. It's been a bad week. I mean, not a bad week. Not a bad week like anything bad has happened, but just, it's a Joe Schmo kind of life week.
The first week after the New Year's, when you have a weird break like that, it's like a work baton death march.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I was doing stuff all day today, and you said it was cold at your place. It's cold AF here in Denver right now.
It's a little chilly. It's a little chilly.
Yeah. Well, when I picked Kay up at 5, it was 17, and I don't know what it's going to get down to.
No, it's not that chilly.
It's about going to be probably 0 tonight.
Okay, no, I think we're in the 30s.
Kind of chilly. Oh, well, 30s is I'm still walking around in shorts and, it's when you get around 20, then I actually go, I know I've got long pants around here someplace. Well, again, it's what you're used to, right?
Mm-hmm. Folks, we are trying something new now. So the show is on both channels.
As always.
I don't have mine open, but what we want to try to do is everybody hang out together. So if you are in my channel, there is a link to Chris's channel. Why don't you leave my channel and come to Chris's so everybody can see what everybody's saying?
All the chat, all the time. That's the purpose of this. And then as you see in our little trailer down below, next week we're going to reverse. Everyone
we're
who
just
comes to my channel, we're going to send to Dom's. Yeah.
Until Chris gets close to being able to get monetized, then of course we'll just do all the shows in his to get him some more hours. But I think it'll be better for everyone, so everyone can see what everyone is saying, and no one has to go, I don't see anything.
Exactly.
Because it's their first time at a live stream.
And we want you guys to see each other because you people are actually interesting.
Yeah, you're interesting things to say. Truth be told, you are the whole show because all we do is read what you say and then start talking about it.
And then react, indeed.
Mm-hmm. So like when Kurt says, hey, we got nothing for that. So come on, Kurt.
We could do a Fat Albert impersonation.
You can't do that. You can't do that, Chris.
Chad thinks it's okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, well, Chad has not made all the best of calls, so.
Well, perhaps not me either.
Now that we're talking about it, in high school now, so this was in 1984, they used to have something called Sports Night, which really had nothing to do with sports. But my friends and I were going to do, like an air band. And we wanted to do Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids. And back in the 80s, they told us it was wrong.
Okay, well, see, they were ahead of the time. Yeah, now it would be, you can't even say Fat Albert. Now it's, morbidly obese Albert, or, I have a glandular problem Albert, or, something.
So I think instead we did Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons, which was kind of cool because we had to do a dance routine and stuff.
All right.
We sang. We what do you call it? You know.
Doo-wop, right?
Yeah, I mean, no. When you don't, you just act. We act like we were singing.
Oh, lip sync. Oh, you
lip
did
sync. So we lip sync to
Milli Vanilli, or now
basically,
Metallica,
Yeah, yeah. Well, the whole bunch.
Motley Crue, and yeah. And so it goes. All right, I'm going to show everybody my new shirt, my Christmas shirt. See, Hiss with all the cats.
All the cats.
I saw that and it just cracked me up. So I bought. This is my Christmas present to myself.
And me, like a true Italian, I'm wearing a scrap iron and steel shirt from Brooklyn.
Call that number and tell them Dom sent you.
No, don't.
Oh, okay.
You
Or
don't
not.
want to do that. You don't want to do that.
Don't do that. Okay.
No.
That's so sad. Which part? I mean,
Yeah.
the overweight Albert, his shirt, the scrap iron shirt.
Yeah, we said many pathetic things right in a row there. You got.
Yeah, you got to be more specific as to what's terrible. You've been here before, Justine. So
Mushmouth. Yeah, Mushmouth was fun. Yeah.
all of them. Yeah, Rudy and.
But see, they probably let you do like the Little Rascals, but not Buckwheat. Who's the
no.
only damn funny one?
Yeah, exactly. That show was stupid. Buckwheat was great, but
And the dog.
yeah,
Buckwheat and Petey.
Petey the dog. There you go.
I mean, that's really way before my time.
Indeed.
I mean, I'm sure that was before your time, too.
Oh, well, yeah, but I mean, the reruns, are on for. I mean, it was made in the 20s or the 30s or what. It was, but yeah, slightly before my time.
They made books. Kiss solo. Well, I mean, just their own. They weren't Kiss branded, though, were they?
No. No,
I,
that's it's a total takeoff on that's what amused me about it. It's like, hey, here's a Kiss thing that Gene Simmons gets nothing for. Ha.
Oh, I doubt that. He's probably watching right now, making notes.
Yeah,
What's up, Mr. Molino?
Mikey,
Mark Molino.
Metal Piano Man. So, we do have some important, muy importante
Oh yeah,
announcements.
big
Starting with
movings and changes.
Yeah, we're going to change the show time. We're going to move it up an hour. So it's now going to start at 9 Eastern time rather than 10.
Yeah, only because I'm old and it's hard for me to stay up past midnight. So during the week.
And the fact that I like to eat dinner at 7:30, it's like, well, I'll adjust.
We ate dinner at 8:30 tonight.
Ooh, that's late for you guys.
Yeah, it was really late. So
Seriously late.
I'm totally ready for a nap right now. But that's what you do. Yeah, so we're gonna start at 9. Hope you guys are around. If not, see you later.
Come join us when you can. But
Yep.
yeah, we're just gonna move it up. And again, it's because poor Dom is not getting any younger, and he can't stay up like.
Last 2 days, I told my wife like she'd be proud of me. She kind of laughed at me. It was like, hon, last 2 days I got home from work and I didn't take a nap. She's like, get the fuck out of here. That deserves something.
Woo.
I kind of thought it did. I'm trying.
Yeah, no, we have a different economy than our women folks sometimes. Like, hey, I didn't pee on the floor in the bathroom. Good for you.
Well, that's one good thing about having 2 boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's,
Like, no problem. Yeah.
You know who it was. Come on.
Yeah. There's little doubt about it because, I had 2 boys. So I know that well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, see, Justine has, because she's got a real job, she has to bail out. So
great.
that's
See,
good for her.
Thank you, Justine. The same thing for me. It's been getting up on Friday morning, and it's tough enough to get up for work on Friday morning. Has been really hard of late. I got used to not doing anything when I was out sick for a while. But reality comes smack you in the face really fast.
Sure does. Indeed. Well, let's say hi to all our friends in chat for a minute.
Hello, friends in chat. Okay, let's move on.
All right. Well, I was going to...
Wah, 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 wah.
Hey,
Where you want to go from the top or from the bottom?
from the top, Lord Spike Protein has been here.
What's up, LSP and Fish 1999? What's going on?
Yep, Lori stopped by just long enough to say woot, and
Woot, yes, thank you.
her and I
Lori.
were comparing dinner notes during Ron's show, and she says she's doing better, and she's eating chocolate and Peeps, and so I don't know. It's
That's
diet.
good. Sounds
Yeah.
like it. Oh, look, and everyone, and Chris Lane is here. Hello, Chris.
I know that guy.
He's
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Seagull Rock Squad.
going on,
Look,
Skeagle?
Thursday, his favorite day, which I don't know if he's an Aussie and because Thursday is Friday or he just likes Thursdays. I don't know which.
I'd like to think it's because that's when we go live, Chris.
I would
That's
like
what-
to think so,
That's what
too.
I am quite convinced. He's here. He said it. Super fan.
That's nice. I don't know if that's true. I don't have that kind of ego, but if it is true, bless you. And old Chad Freeman.
What's up, chatters?
How you doing? And of course, his partner in crime, Conspiracy. How
Conspiracy
you doing,
music.
Clay? He's I think he posted something about the snow in Utah today too. We got a little bit today, but no, I think they got a lot more.
Yeah, we could barely anything.
Yeah.
Oh, no. We had, then it rained, and it was all gone the next day.
Yeah.
And there's
Axiom?
Mr. Axiom. What's going on, Axiom?
Yep. We've already said hi to Justine, which is nice. Means Kurt can't be far behind, and there he is. The Casbricks.
It's like those two live together or something.
Yeah, it's like they're attached at the hip. And Kurt's like, can we be? That'd be great. See ya.
Mr. Metal Piano's here.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Mike
good
Molino.
to see Mike.
Been doing a little live streaming lately.
And
Very
here's,
nice.
I know for a fact, another Aussie. Camellia, how are you?
Oh, you're Australian? I did not know that.
Yes. Yeah. They say good day.
Would
She
I?
said good day to me earlier in a
And
different
of
stream.
course, there's Pendar.
Good to see
Hello,
Pendar.
Pendar. Saw you on Ron's show.
Yeah.
And saw you on Mr. B show last night.
Yeah, now this is not my bar. This is my workshop. You see all the machine tools back there? And yeah, this is my workshop. So yeah, I'm not in the bar right now. And I've not been drinking, so I won't cut off my thumb in the table saw.
And this is the wallpaper I've made for my house.
It's a good,
Everywhere now.
it's good wallpaper.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. And there's Huge Caldwell.
Huge.
My brick oven pizza. Well, I would have to uncover mine and brush off the snow, so I'm not going to get to use my pizza oven for
All the flaming char.
Yeah. Man,
I would like that. I would like your pizza.
that would be
Possibly.
good. I would love to go to Scotland and eat his pizza and drink the scotch at the local distillery there. Just that sounds to me like a good evening.
Oh, sure.
And play guitar with you.
You know, we have to
wouldn't that
bring
be
him
fun?
back our. I meant to go clean. Meant to go clean my little whiskey glass. I have like 4 different kind of whiskeys now.
Oh yeah, I have some stuff that I don't think we've ever featured. Yeah, we'll have to do the
a
what are
little
you
whiskey
drinking
nights.
section. Yeah. Indeed,
Mr. Cheddar Pepper Pepper. How are you, my friend?
Okay,
Oh,
well, hello.
storms in the air.
Yeah, that isn't good. Do not get zapped.
Yeah, don't get that. Make sure you're unplugged just because it's off. And if it's plugged in, bad
More
things can
people in
happen.
Colorado die from lightning strikes than alligator attacks. That is true here.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, a lot of people do get zapped by lightning here, but
I had a cousin who got not directly hit, but she went flying. We were at a campground, and she went flying over a picnic table. It's pretty cool.
not good. And I'm only joking about the alligators because there's actually a huge alligator farm here in Colorado in the San Luis Valley. And because of the hot springs there, they've got warm water for the alligators. And yeah. So there you go. Hurry up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm coming over on Alaska Airlines, and I've got the door seat, so that'll be good. I'll be there, no problem.
I mean, frankly, I think Boeing should be doing commercials. I'm like, give me a break. The plane is still flying, people. Get off our ass.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
look, we
Say
can lose a
nothing about
door.
that. But I mean, really, when you think about it, I mean, that's it's pretty damn scary, But
Especially when you're in that seat.
no one was in that seat. Anyway, they knew that was a conspiracy. But come on, half the plane blows off and they still land. And I think we got to commend shoddy workmanship.
Actually, in the Colorado River, no, that's not true. There's actually people die on water here all the time because of the rapids. And they get sucked in behind the rock. There's a little vortice, and you can't get out of it.
Hold on. Pendar was hit by lightning as a child. Oh, Pendar.
Wow.
That explains so much. Nah, joking.
I wasn't going to go there, but
I had to.
I thought it.
I love her.
I mean, I'm an honest man. I thought it. I didn't say it.
I thought
I
it
thought
too.
it. And said it.
Once it goes there, I'm missing that thing. That little. You really shouldn't say that. I don't have that.
Yeah, mine is faulty. It works some of the time.
Yeah, but see, look.
Not often enough.
Phooey on you because she's saying ha ha Dom. She gets it. She knows I like her.
Yeah. That's scary stuff. You do not want to get struck by lightning. It's not.
No, it's generally not a good idea. And you definitely don't want it to happen twice.
No. And you don't want to be eaten by an alligator, either here in Colorado or anywhere else.
But have you ever eaten alligator?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We had a restaurant called Rattlesnake Jake's, and all they served were not beef, but you can get ostrich or buffalo.
Yeah, exotic meats.
Bison.
And,
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this place. Actually, I'm going to take my wife, not this Saturday because we got stuff going on, but next Saturday, I'm going to take her to the Buckhorn Exchange, which that's what they do. It's liquor license, Denver liquor license number 1. It was established in 75, 79, but it was the first liquor license that Denver issued. And they've been in business the entire time, and they do exotic meats and, alligator, rattlesnake, whatever you want. They do it all.
So what do you think you're going to have?
I don't know. Depends on what they've got in.
What the specials are.
Yeah, there's not much. I will not eat their Rocky Mountain oysters. I don't like their preparation because they're deep fried and they're not that good.
Okay, but you prefer someone else's.
Actually, the Fort makes. Basically, it's like
Hey, Tom.
Oysters Rockefeller, but it's Rocky Mountain Oysters Rockefeller,
Okay.
and we got served it when we went to whiskey tasting up there, and it was delicious. I hated myself, but I had 3 helpings.
I've never had them. I doubt I ever will, but I have no food fear. I would try them.
Now, well, that's it. You got to try things, and there's not a whole lot that I haven't eaten or at least tried. Rattlesnake, eating it, meh.
Yeah, I've had rattlesnake.
Rattlesnake's not special. Alligator's better than rattlesnake by a considerable degree. And it's a white meat. It's fine.
It's one of the chicken varieties.
But yeah, if you're talking about rattlesnake, alligator, you're exactly right. It's a little tougher texture because it's not a lot of fat.
I can't believe I'm going to get to use this story. I tell it to my wife. I've told it to her like 30 or 40 times. Anytime I can work it in there. So rabbit has no fat. And they say basically if you lived on nothing but a diet of rabbit, you would die from malnutrition.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's protein and everything, but man, there's most of the good stuff that we think about from protein is in the fat.
Yeah.
So, what? Rocky Mountain oysters are not oysters?
I gotta be honest though. I mean, if you'll eat an oyster, which has to be next to a sea urchin, the most ugly, nasty looking thing in the sea.
Oh, oysters are. I mean,
the
first caveman that said, "I am hungry and I will eat that."
I want to eat the person that was hungry enough to go, fuck it.
Yeah, I'm going to slurp that snot ball down because that looks delicious.
But man, they really are delicious.
Oh,
Really
I'm with
are
you. I
tasty.
love them. Love them, love them, love them. And there are
I don't know
5 places
about
here in
fried
Denver that
oysters.
fly. I've had them, and honestly, it changes the texture in a way for me
think,
that
yeah.
I don't enjoy. I
If
think
you
they're
fry
fine.
them, they got to do it perfect because 2 seconds
It's-
too long and it's ruined.
Exactly.
I'm like, it's kind of funny thing. most things from the ocean, they are best in its most plain form. You know?
Yeah.
I've always thought.
I tend to agree. Like
Although my wife to
preparations.
make a mean lobster thermidor, it's really delicious.
Yep, I like.
Oh, what time
make
is it?
lobster
10:27. We are on food.
Yeah,
Show's been going for 22 minutes, folks. We are talking food
yeah. We always do somehow.
at some point. I love it's one of the few things I can still love.
It's pleasurable. Yeah, food is nice. We all have to eat, so we might as well enjoy it.
What'd you have for dinner tonight?
I just very simple. I did a pan-seared chicken and cut it up and made a salad with the seared chicken. And so that's what I was doing during Ron's show. And I ran a quiz, what the temperature you have to cook chicken to for it to be safe. And 4 people knew the answer, 165. That's right.
We had we're cleaning out this damn freezer dinner. We had pierogies and kielbasa.
Oh, well, all right. Yeah, you got to clean stuff out. Last night I made Alfredo sauce and with beef. Yeah, it was really, really good. And that's what I had for lunch today, leftovers of that. It was fantastic.
You made your own Alfredo sauce?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was so good.
I like Alfredo.
Yeah. Oh, Alfredo is
I've never had it
nice.
over beef, though.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, usually it's with a chicken, sometimes with a fish, seafood, it's great. But I had a nice piece of the recipe called for a nice steak, and you're going to do it over a bed of linguine, and then you put the steak cut into strips on top.
Okay, yeah. Well,
was
that
amazing.
I was just actually you're talking about, and I was just going to mention it. Steak pizzaiola. It's
Yeah.
basically you use the juice and you to turn that into the sauce that you put over the pasta. It's fucking delicious.
Yeah, exactly. It has just that little bit more beef umami in there. It's amazing. It was just fantastic.
Oh, that's
and-
actually cheddar. That sounds friggin' delicious. That is like stoner food or really hungry food. I don't
Hello?
like pancakes, but I love pancake tacos. It may be one of my favorite taco, and like put anything in it.
Yeah, there you go. Ooh, that sounds good. Breakfast venison sausage.
Oh, look here! It's Mr. Michael Songs
Hey, Michael.
home from his practice.
Yeah.
How's your
Except
little
for-
drumming arms, Michael?
We talk about a lot of food that Michael doesn't eat, but
That's
that's okay.
his problem.
I'm actually going to be doing, Chad is doing basically a food show on Saturday. Songs about food and beverages. So he had asked for submissions. I know I am sending him some stuff. In addition to, I will be doing the often threatened cooking video. And I'm going to make a seafood soup that I make. And I'm going to show everybody how to do it. And you can tune into Chad's channel on Saturday and find how I make oyster, clam, seafood mix with mushrooms and miso. It's delicious and very healthy.
I went through all my songs, and I think I mentioned tequila in Sweet Senorita. And there may be some alcohol in one other. And I have no food in any songs. The people, no wonder why they all die. They never eat.
Yeah, exactly. So the 20th. Okay, yeah, there you go. So they go, hey, Rainfield, how are you? Good to see you. I was going to put this up. I am tending carnivore. Now, I'm still eating salads and everything, and I probably eat pasta of some form once a week. So I'm not being real strict about it. But
My diet's very simple. I just lie to people about everything, my weight, what I eat.
there you go. Yeah, dogs like stuff. My son has a husky, and he would get it like elk horns and bones, and the husky went nuts because it's basically a big wolf. And
I mean,
got very
dogs
excited.
eat their own feces, so
yeah, exactly. I'm not looking
chicken
for,
feet, step up.
Yeah, culinary tips from dogs. To
Yeah,
your point.
I watched just eat some like rotten thing in the road one day and was like, oh, this is, like I didn't have time to yank him away fast enough. He scooped it up. I was like, oh, I'm going to be cleaning up tonight. Sure as hell. It's bad having a big dog with a sensitive stomach.
Yeah, no, that's not good. Well, that's the problem with the husky. She'll steal stuff, and then they've gone through several of the Bissell pet cleaners. I think they've killed about 4 of them.
Yep.
So, yeah. Well, and as long as Mandar says your butt looks good, then there you go.
That's all we care about.
At
Mandar's opinion.
Yep. Well, Mandar's opinion on Pendar's butt, yes, that's important.
Oh, I thought Mandar was talking about our butt.
Nah. No one's ever seen my butt.
Just got all excited for nothing.
Yeah,
I have the day I begged you to please turn off while you were setting up your damn green screen. I was like, Chris, please turn it off.
Well, I know you don't roll that way, but it is nice.
Hey, what's going up there, Zim's World?
Zim, he's been absent for a couple weeks.
Yeah, you've been all right. Haven't seen you in a while anywhere.
Yeah, good to see
Been
you.
sick? And who else just walked in? Rainfield Music just walked
we
in?
said hi to Rainfield, so that's good. Yeah, I don't know. Zim's probably was caught up in all the Christmas, New Year's crap. And I mean, I went underground for almost a week. Just to... Oh, hey, look at this.
Working on an EP.
Oh, that's cool.
Very nice.
Well, you know the rules. Start feeding it out in Songwriters Anonymous.
Well, he did 2, right?
Yeah. It's been it's been a couple
2
weeks.
different ones. Yeah.
But on a cruise too. Okay. Well, see, that's fun. Some people are cruise people. Some people are not. I'm not a cruise guy. I would never take a cruise.
I've been on cruises. I wouldn't say I'm a cruise person.
Yeah, I have no interest in being on a ship with that many other people's. No, thank you. I would do a sailboat in a heartbeat. Do that,
Like Gilligan's Island?
Well, no, just not a 3-hour tour, 3-hour tour. No, just they have little like sailboat trips that you can take in the Caribbean, and it's you and the captain and a couple crew members. That would be fantastic. I would do that.
Right.
But,
who's there? Mr. I think Zim or Blackwatch or Rainfield. If you are in my channel, look up top. You'll see I pinned Chris's channel. We're all hanging out in Chris's channel tonight, so we can all see what's going on. So why don't you jump on the Chrissy bandwagon?
Yeah, jump ship.
Everybody.
We're gonna alternate channels, so yeah, everybody can see all the chat in real time. Because sometimes we get talking and we don't put it up, and then you guys miss out, and that's not fair.
That's how much we care about you folk.
Yeah, so there. Pendar and Hugh are talking about a collab. That would be fantastic.
Oh, very nice, very nice. And they're also talking about the carnivore diet as well.
Yes, exactly. All right. So welcome. Yeah, Rainfield is over. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I was going to make some tea and I brought water down. I
was going to make tea too, then I realized.
I don't know what I did with it.
I had alcohol.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Interesting thing happened to me. So, and it's like the only thing interesting that happened all week. Everyone, right? Inundated with robocalls. So, can't stand them, drive me crazy. Yeah. The other day, I was at work, and I guess I don't have enough coffee. The phone rings, and I pick it up, and it's a robocall. Total computer voice. And I don't know why, but I was just listening. And they're like, I forget the name of the company, but we buy old electronics, salvage wire, and like all this kind of stuff. And I'm listening to it, and I'm like, holy shit! I'm actually looking for that kind of company. So when it fit, I wrote the number down and I call right back and I said, this is like the first time in my life I have ever found a robocall useful, but I thought it was actually kind of cool because I work for a big audio dealer and
Right.
we have so much outdated stuff. We try to sell some, but we're a small company and you really don't have time to like
No, you need somebody to come in and clean
so
things
like,
up and
for no other reason because we don't have to pay our dumpster to get rid of it. So they're just going to come. They give you a per poundage weight. The guy said it's at least like 30% higher than what they do for standard salvage because then they just ship it somewhere else and they break down all the minor components and then resell.
Now, see, that's cool. It's cool
Yeah.
on two levels because most of the time, if you try and call back on a robocall number, you're getting.
I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot connect to anybody because they're fake numbers, and that's on purpose.
Yeah, no, and
Because most of them are
talked to the
fake
guy.
companies. That's crazy.
It's like
to think
it's targeted advertising.
Yeah, I had 3 robocalls today. The last one was, "Hey, we'd like to survey you on the upcoming election." It's like I don't do surveys.
This is my favorite robocall. Yeah, the stupid cruise. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, dumb.
That is not a very advertising sound. Like,
No.
it doesn't really. It's like, oh my god, it's like a big fool horn.
Yeah, like the old internet dial-up modem sound.
Yeah, so it looks like Pendar and Hugh are having a big musical love fest
A
together.
love fest.
Big love fest.
Matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find. All right, so you guys do your thing. We'll look forward to it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fax machine.
Oh my God! Yeah, I must say, know what I miss about a fax machine? When the local delis and stuff would fax over the menu.
Oh,
It made life so much easier.
yeah, true. No,
I do miss that. That worked well. That was a system that worked well.
yeah, I don't miss the fax machine. They never worked right, never got through.
No, but somehow the menus always managed to come.
Yeah, they figured that one out. Yeah, you could get
Yeah.
the menu. Too funny. What was the other bit of news that we wanted to share with everybody? We told them about the time change.
Time change. Oh, we were gonna give a little teaser to guitar porn.
Oh, true. Okay. let me set this up.
Well, he's getting it ready. So basically, this is what we want you people to do. Almost everyone here plays a guitar or a musical instrument. Just because we say guitar, all instruments are included. What we would like you to do is take like a 30-second to a minute video and tell us about your instrument. What kind it is, where you got it, how long you had it, and send us your videos. And we are making a little segment of the show called Guitar Porn because that's really the right kind of porn.
Yeah, we're into it, right? So here's a little
Who
segment.
doesn't like talking about their guitars?
That's right. Here we go. The cheesiest wah guitar I could find.
Hey, welcome to the first episode of Guitar Porn on the Happy Hour with Dom and Chris. This is Chris Lane, and probably the guitar I get the most questions about in my videos is the bass I'm playing. And this is it. This is my 1981 Gibson Victory bass. These models were only made for 5 years, from 1981 through 1986. I've always loved Gibson basses, and I've played a number of them over the years. My first good bass was a Gibson EBO that was built in 1970. This bass features both active and passive electronics, 2 pickups. I'll zoom in on the bridge. This bridge design was so successful that Gibson ended up using it for pretty much all their basses from here on out. It's the same bridge that I have on my Thunderbird, which I bought in 2008. But it's 34 inch, so it's long scale, and it has a great sound. It's the bass I always record with. It's made from rock maple, so it is heavy. It's like wearing cinder blocks. This is a heavy bass. This is not a little person bass, but because it's made of rock maple, and even though it features a bolt-on neck, which is a little bit unusual for Gibson, this thing will sustain forever. And as a matter of fact, listen. Hear it? Still playing the note that I played on it last week.
I like
maybe
the
not, but it's got an awfully long sustain on it. Really
like the fret
enjoy this
markers.
bass. And this is the second one I've owned. The first one I bought in 1981. The first year it came out. And believe it or not, that was a used bass. A guy bought it and just returned it to the store, I don't know, right away. Just didn't dig it for whatever reason. So I bought it secondhand, even though it had probably less than 3 months use on it, and played it until it got stolen from me. And actually recovered it years and years later. I was working at a printing place with another guy, guitar guy, and he came across it, and he found it, bought it, and offered it back to me, which was really cool of him to do. Unfortunately, in the interim, whoever stole it just beat the living shit out of it, and everything that was good about that guitar was no longer there. So I passed on it. I found this one
Years later, I think I paid $200 for this thing.
because, again, a guy had it, didn't know what it was, didn't like it because it was heavy, and I jumped all over it, and I've had it ever since. I think I bought this in probably 1991. I probably bought this used. But that's
There it is, my 1981 Gibson Victory bass in our opening segment of Guitar Porn.
Very nice, Chris. Very nice.
Well, that's fun, but that's kind of what we're looking for. Most people, your guitar has a great story, or there's some kind of emotional attachment to it, and we just want to hear your stories and see your
There's
guitars.
only one thing I'm bothered by, but I feel this is going to be rectified very fast. Hugh Caldwell, we cannot have a sample of a Waka Waka guitar. Can you please record us a porn Waka Waka guitar, please?
Yeah, we need.
We need a real guitar doing
That
a Waka
was the
Waka.
best I could find on short notice, and I Googled, I mean, you can get samples, but you got to pay for them and everything.
I got to tell you,
not paying for
70s porn music was maybe some of the best music there ever was. It had like everything that should be like elevated. You're always happy when you hear, oh yeah.
Yeah, it
It
had
was
that
all
funk and
good.
everything.
It was
So,
all
yeah.
good.
So yeah, that's not only are we looking for your guitar, but we need you clever people out there to do us a nice theme song for that. About 45 seconds worth. And oh yeah.
Some good classic porn music. That's what we want.
Yeah, I understand your plumbing is backed up. Okay.
And if anyone knows how to do a video where an electric guitar rotates around a stripper pole,
I went down that road a little bit, and yeah, it was, I thought, how much time am I going to spend on this? So that's what you got today. But there you go. But yeah, you can do it. All right, excellent. And we're doing it. We're starting to collect the videos. So whenever, just send them in.
Either email them to either me or Chris, or
and we'll
We'd rather have the videos if they're not too long because we want to try to tie them all in together. And definitely let us. You have to give us the specifics. What year is your guitar? What is the make, the model?
Yeah. Yeah, and tell us a little story about it.
And if Dwight Bailey ever watched this show, we could do like in like 3 months just on his guitars.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Hughes probably would give him a run for it. But yeah, don't
Possibly.
you hate that? I mean, I love that guitar, and I was so excited to get it back, and it wasn't the same. I mean, it literally beat all the tone out of it. It was heartbreaking. So I totally get it, man. When somebody steals your favorite axe, it just sucks. Yeah, I'm a big old boy, so I can play heavy bass. But yeah, I know that some people, and I'm in
That's
some bass
the,
groups, and some of the old guys are complaining about the
You
weight.
talked about it being a very heavy bass. How heavy is it?
I weighed it one time, and I think it's 8 or 9 pounds. I mean, it's heavy. It's the heaviest guitar I've ever picked up.
8 or 9 pounds.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
No.
If we take a break here, well,
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, and like a Les Paul's like 20 something, isn't it?
No, oh God, no. All right, well, hold on. I've got a scale handy.
Are you going to stand on the scale first and like make that 0 and that, or do
No,
you just?
no, I'm just going to do it. So
Because
talk,
I'm really-
talk to the nice people for a minute, and I'm going to go grab the scale and I'm going to weigh it.
I got nothing to say to you people. I'm just going to sit here quietly and look at you. Oh, and he turned his camera off and everything. So what's going on, folks? I don't know if you know this. Tuesday, 9 o'clock, I'm going to start my live stream again. It's Dom Torregrosa's song list. And everyone, of course, you're welcome to pick out whatever song you want. But I'm kind of going to put like my own set list together just so I know what to do. It's going to be a mix of my own songs, some of my favorite cover songs, always trying to add a few new covers in there. This week I'm going to try to do a cover of Piano Man from Billy Joel. That could be fun on guitar. And eventually I want to start working my electric guitar back into it. I have not figured out how to do that yet, but I would like to, since half of my music is on electric, even if I just remix some stuff and either take off the guitar or the vocals. So I'd definitely like to do that. Yeah, so that's going to start this Tuesday at 9 o'clock, right after Blue Unicorn. And, we'll go like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Definitely no more than that. So that's going to be coming up. And what else? What else? Ooh, a flying V stolen and returned. The same exact guitar was returned. Was it returned by the thief himself? Like, hey man, I borrowed this like 30 years ago and I forgot. One time I borrowed a book from one of my friends, and I forgot I borrowed it. And they came over my house. This is maybe like months later. And we were hanging out, and they excused themselves for a minute. And they went out to their car, and unbeknownst to me, they went and got their book and brought it back to their car. I found that. I thought that was very odd. I'm like, well, why don't you just ask me? I'm like, obviously, I forgot I even had the damn thing.
All right, so obviously these are pretty light to be weighed on a scale that's for humans. The
Right.
first time I weighed it was 13.6. The second time I weighed it was 11.8. Then I tried to weigh my Strat, which is definitely lighter, and it wouldn't register. So I don't know what we proved. So yeah, I mean 12 pounds. It's in the
Yeah,
ballpark.
Rainfield, winner. He was in there.
Yeah,
What
that's
did
right.
he win, Chris? What did he win?
My admiration for being such a
There you
sharp
go.
guy.
Yep.
Here's a guy who knows his guitars.
Michael had played a PVT 40 bass.
Oh my God, that is the only bass that I've ever picked up that is potentially heavier than the Victory bass. Those things were crazy heavy. They were a good bass, but man, there's a big fan club of those T40s and the T60s. They got their own Facebook group, yeah.
Oh, PV's not around anymore, right?
Oh no, they're still around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that was their early entry in the guitar market. My first guitar player he played a PV guitar, and it was ugly, but yeah, it sounded good.
I have a Westbury guitar, which was before they became or bought by Marshall.
Oh, okay.
That'd be what I should do. It's a really cool looking acoustic.
Yeah, okay. I've got the Gibson website up. Let's see if it's got specs and says how much it weighed. According to the specs.
Mandar had a 1980 Spectre. It's appraised in Asheville and its own insurance policy. Very nice, very nice.
Oh, those were cool.
Your ring and his bass.
Yeah. All right, now it's got the length and got all the measurements, but it doesn't say how heavy it was. Hey, probably not something that they were particularly promoting. Shocker. But,
I mean, people with houses, do you put your musical equipment on the policy? I've listed my guitars
oh, absolutely.
and stuff. Yeah, and I go,
No,
oh,
it's
shit.
It's always on my rider. Absolutely. Because, again, I mean, some of my guitars I've had since 1980. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know that I probably couldn't replace some of them. But,
No, but
at least you wouldn't be.
because here's the good thing, though. Like, you don't need proof. If you have a guitar and you take a picture and you take a picture of the inside, all they do is look up the value and you get a partial of the value if it was ever destroyed. So, I mean,
Right.
it's silly not to.
Well, and I would make out that's the interesting thing because I got looking at these. These things are going for
Oh, thanks, Mike.
$1,400 on eBay and on Reverb for these basses because they just didn't make that many of them. And
There's
people
the-
discovered them. Now, the rumor is they're thinking about reissuing it. And if they do, and if you're a bass player, go find one and play it.
Are they going to reissue it regular, or is it? I mean, if they reissue, they should do it as a collector.
Yeah, that's kind of
number
what they've
thing.
been doing.
Hey,
But-
Charlie, what's going on, my friend?
Charlie, how do?
How do you do? All right.
Okay.
All right, Charlie, why don't you
There you go.
look at the top of my page, and I have Chris's link there. Why don't you jump on over to his chat? Because we're trying to keep everyone in one chat, one big happy family. So why don't you do
Yes,
that,
we
pal?
can all be together. Together. You started that rumor. I bet you did. You better have some jokes, Charlie.
Oh wow! Really? It was a $15,000 on a guitar. I've never had a $15,000 on a guitar. I probably have more than that in guitars, but never one that cost that much money.
I'm not worthy.
Does he wait? But now I have to go back. Did she say he had a Spectre bass, so he no longer had, or is that the one that got stolen?
No, I think we're talking about a couple different things.
Yeah. Well, hold on.
No, she's using the present tense.
Oh, okay.
Is a 1980 Spectre. So, yeah, and I wouldn't
So he
surprise
still has
me.
it.
Yeah, and that's cool.
So just remember, you ever leave
There you
him,
go.
you want half that bass.
That's right. Yeah, so you want it from the 12th fret down.
Which split it quickly.
Yeah, it'd be a 2-string bass.
You know, I
So
did
that's
that
cool.
one time. Old place I used to live, I built a shed, and fucking dick neighbor behind me called it town because I don't have a permit, and it was too close to the property line. So the inspector was like, "Well, I have to issue a summons unless you can somehow make this thing a foot and a half closer." Further away from the property line. And I said, "Can you give me 1 second?" And I ran to my garage and I got my Sawzall and I fucking cut the back wall off and then nailed it together. And he was like, "All right." and he left, and my neighbor was so pissed because
There you go.
it was technically in the, like, she had a sideways house. My property and the property next to me, I guess at one point the old owners sold land to the small parcel, and the only way they could get their house on the property was to go sideways. So, like, the front of their house, even though was to the back of my house, so technically I had a side yard, and my shed was now like right in her front yard, and she thought it was an eyesore. I used to throw, like, no, people, don't throw out your toilet. Put it behind my shed. I'd have people drop junk off there just to piss her off.
Yeah, you're like a good neighbor. Not this guy.
No. And I'm a very good neighbor, just don't call the fucking town on me.
Well, that's it, Yeah.
Because I think it was the penalty was like 3 times the price of a ticket if you got one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I fixed that thing in a hurry, man. I fixed that shit.
Well, that's what I looked at putting a shed, but and I looked at all the permitting you had to do, and here in Aurora you can do exactly that, but you got to be off the fence X amount. And I thought, by the time I get that much off the fence, it's in the middle of my friggin' yard.
Yeah.
Screw that.
Well, technically, I was like, because there was no fence, but there was obviously a property line. But if there is no fence, does a 1.5 foot make a difference? Like, I don't think she thought it all the way through. And she obviously didn't know what an asshole she was dealing with. Me. I was like one of my happiest days ever. The only thing we could have made better if it like rained right after that and she had like laundry hanging out or something.
Oh, you're delightful. What?
No sheds on the... How dare they?
God, dude, all these damn
40
rules,
of the
huh?
floor, man.
That's
What's up, Falcro?
see, I could use the balcony. I'd have too much vertigo.
Can you have a barbecue on your balcony?
Probably not. In a 40, probably not.
That would
Yeah, see, Dom really is delightful. Yes, he is.
Thank you, Pendar. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Mr. Neighbor. What was that? That was an old, like, 80s comedy, right,
again,
Neighbors?
Again, being a good neighbor goes
Both ways.
out the window
Yeah.
when your neighbor calls the town on you.
Exactly. No, hey,
Then
I'm with you. You
I
can't
am
rat
fully
fake.
justified to be as big of a dick as I possibly can.
Somebody comes over and goes, dude, really? This shed? And, then you could talk about it. But no. Get the feds involved or the town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, screw that. Have the crud.
Ooh, he's got the crud. Nobody make out with Falcro. He's got the
Yeah,
crud.
that's right. Falcro has cooties.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. He's got a new avatar, though. That's kind of cool.
That's very nice. That's not cruddy.
That was pre-crud, clearly.
Yeah. Apparently, he now works for YouTube. As a Charlie. Tell me through That's kind of funny. You click through them. If you're going to put them on the screen, give us a chance to read them.
I forget.
You
that
read too fast.
I read much faster than normal people. I apologize. Yes, you're right. So here we
I'm
go.
up to neighbor. I've stopped 3 times. Please. Okay.
All right, and yeah, I clicked through Charlie's joke. I told him I wanted jokes, and there you go. Fun stuff.
Why don't we play the song, Mr. Chris?
All right,
So
let's
we can
do that.
refocus and plan our next next assault.
Yeah, this is a nice little on our playlist that we've put together from people in the community and just stuff that we like. And this is from our Canadian friend, Colorful Energy, who is a delightful human being and a very talented musician. And this is called Lullaby for Adults.
disappear, and you'll see clear sky above. When the sky's full of silver jewels and the moon shines in golden dress, keep your light in your graceful soul, and remember you loved and blessed.
In time will arrive in the great mystic sky. Now could you really believe in some shit like that? The streets are on fire, it's a fueled overdrive. Where does it end? Can it be good? Wait until the sun has disappeared behind the clouds to call on all companions for the big tour headed south. Little white pills make me feel so good. Little white pills make me feel like I should. I was keeping you on a shelf until I needed you. Little white pills, now I don't know what to do. They survived under ever falling skies, but then the dupes saw a chance to break wide, and all the children sang, but hope won't make you free. If you can take it from me, this deal was going down the day you were born. Waited for the moon to rise to light the path away. I saw the spirit in your eyes and didn't have the heart to say. Bright shining light, they put their trust in you. Bright shining light, all the things you said we'd do. But there ain't gonna be a change to come here anytime soon. From the king to the palms on a board owned by fools. Waited for the sun to disappear behind the house, to spit out all the broken teeth we'd hidden in our mouths. Lady of love, can you tell me it isn't true? Lady of love, we'll be hurting without you. Will you meet me there tomorrow like I need you to? pills, I don't know what to do.
All right. Well, that was Brock Ruggles with his
Brock.
band. Yeah, great guy.
I love the name.
Yeah, Brock is super. And he mastered a track for us.
He's mastered a
that?
few for me.
Yeah, he's
He
got a
mastered,
great ear for it.
Dark Age,
Yes, he did for.
and then he mastered Sweet Senorita for me, and one other one.
Yeah, that's one of his bands, and very talented fella.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, great vocals on that one.
Chris, sci-fi short movie. Oh, is that the same as Fish?
Yeah, I
that
don't
a-
know,
oh, okay.
multiple accounts or,
Well, thank
that's
you.
fun. Good to see you again.
Keep us on our toes.
Yeah, exactly. We need to be on our toes. So I did a quick comparison, in the break there. Your average Les Paul is somewhere between 9 and 10.5 pounds. So
Apparently, I'm very weak.
yeah, well, again, it's those are heavy pieces of lumber.
I had
know
one
my
here.
Telly's not quite that much.
I'm starting to like them. I'm getting more comfortable. I like the Les Paul.
Yeah, I
The
really
G
like
string
them
is
when they're
still
good.
terrible.
Yeah,
The
well,
G string's still terrible.
that unfortunately is just a design flaw that's built into that thing, and
Or something could just be wrong with the tuning head. And it's not
it's
holding it.
possible, but just the angle that the headstock comes off the neck is pretty well known that it doesn't hold the G string quite like it should.
So you know how you had your Saga with your basses from China. So I'm having an issue now, not being able to find a guitar string I am happy with on my Taylor.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe it's because I maybe have to back off a little bit because I'm so used to the way the Martin sounds from the microphone. And there's
Right.
no way you can get a guitar to sound that fat with a pickup in. It's just not the same thing.
We've seen that with my Yamaha.
So maybe that has a little to do with it. But I tried new strings. I just put them on the other day. They're Martin Retro Monels.
Okay,
Pretty cool, but
Nice.
they promised a warmer tone. It is warmer, but they're all nickel. So you don't get the... I don't know, when you have bronze acoustic strings, they have this vibrancy to them.
yes, I
So
agree.
it's you gave up one thing for something else. So I'm still on the search. So if anyone knows
Yeah, I'm going through that with acoustics too. I'm not
of
happy
a
with.
good guitar string that is not too trebly for a Taylor, because the same strings on my Taylor and Martin sound completely different. The Taylor's constructed different. It just has a very bright sound. Charlie, is this like all you do?
Yeah, that's it, exactly.
Way
That's
to
all
go.
he does. Yeah.
Up. Oh, come on, Chris. he's a fruitcake.
Yeah,
You're
he
funny,
is.
Charlie.
He's our fruitcake.
Yeah, he's like he's.
I've never
waiting
tried
around.
string joys, and I've tried a couple different
Oh,
ones.
is that
and-
String Joy?
yeah, he says he uses that on all his acoustics.
I have. Hold on. So I have so many. I bought like a whole bunch of different sets. The ones I
Yeah.
used to use were. Are they here? The Diodario Phosphor Bronze. They sounded pretty good.
Yeah, I've got a set of
It all
those.
started because I dropped string gauge. I went from 13s and then I went to 12s. And ever since I put 12s, I haven't been happy. And then because the 13s were a little bit much to play, but then when I got the 12 string, it's much harder to play a 12 string than it is a 6 string with 13 gauge.
Yes,
so
it
I
is.
figured, let me just go back to them. So I have to. And then I was using elixirs.
Yeah.
They last long, but I don't know. I just can't get happy with the sound I'm getting.
Well,
All right,
I've
I am.
never.
Hold on. I am going to try Charlie, and if I don't like him, I'm going to hunt you down.
All right. So Stringjoy Naturals, he says 1254. So okay, there you go.
I will try.
I used to love Cayman strings. That's all I used to put on all my guitars, including my bass. They made the best bass strings ever, but the company, they got sold. They don't make strings anymore, which is a damn shame. This was the company that was the holding company for Ovation, made all their strings. And those strings were out of sight, but they don't exist. So
Here we go. Whoa. Pure nickel. See, I don't know. I have nickel strings now, and I'm not happy with them on an acoustic.
yeah,
They're definitely they're losing something. They probably sound great recording. There it is.
yeah. On my
And you
electric
must be
side-
talking about an electric, right? Because you're not putting tens on an acoustic, are you?
pretty light gauge for acoustic. I mean, maybe. Look at, yes, Charlie says, you'll be so happy you're going to name your next child after me. Your real name. Okay.
My wife would not be very happy about that.
Romulus Gabaldon. That's a tremendous
I
name.
would name a kid Romulus.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, that's a Star Trek reference. Hell yeah. Okay. See, yeah, he wasn't talking about an acoustic, folks.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's on electrics. I just use Ernie balls just because you can always get them and you know what you're going to get. Are they the best strings on the planet? No, they are not. But again, you can always get them and you know what you're getting. And
I
they
just
hang
haven't
in
found
there.
the right combination. I normally use elixirs, and then I didn't realize. So these are the ones I always use on my Martin Elixir Nano Webs, but there are two different types of the same string, and I didn't realize these ones say bright and focused. So they have another one that's darker. So I think I'm going to try those now.
Yeah. Acoustics are always tricky because,
I was
depends
telling
on the
Michael
guitar.
Songs about it today, and he was like, "Oh, that's the worst because then you feel like you just want to take them off and put on something else." I'm like, "They're like $22 a set. I think I'm going to live with them for a little while."
that's just it, Yeah, I mean, my strings last a long time.
And that's the good thing. The D'Addario phosphor browns, they're not that expensive. They're like $13-14.
That's not terrible. Well, this is the old joke about bass players and changing their strings, but I mean, you're $25 for just an okay set of Ernie balls, and they go up from there.
I think acoustic guitar players change their strings more frequently than electric guitar players because you can really hear the tonal difference in dead strings. On an acoustic, everything just sounds flat. So,
Yeah, and I think you probably, on whole, most acoustic players play a little harder and probably kill the string a little quicker than
Possibly.
you would on an electric. That'd be my theory.
possibly, yeah.
Yeah. I've got a light touch, but
Michael Strong should try Stringjoy. He's for sure. He's on Amazon right now, Charlie. Maria! Get Stringjoy.
yeah.
And wouldn't that be funny if he gets them? And he's like, "Hey guys, you're never gonna believe
Shut,
this.
yeah, shut our
We'd
mouths
all
up.
be running out. We want Stringjoy. We want Stringjoy."
Do they make bass strings? Yeah, I probably have to put a crowbar in my wallet because my Victory bass is due for a new set. It's been probably 2
Here, I
years
just
since
changed
I
them.
changed them.
I just changed the neck's still very good though. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just have it sounded. I mean, it sounded good. I was playing yesterday, and I played on Mr. B's. I played one song last night, with the new strings, and I guess it sounded good through electronics. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Either maybe I just have to mix my settings better.
Yeah, that's true. I definitely had to play around to find what I liked once I changed strings. Whatever the stock Yamaha strings were when I bought the guitar, they sounded great, but of course they needed to be replaced at some point. And when I replaced them, I'm like, these don't sound the same. I'm not as happy with them. But
Like I have to find out. I know. I was looking up, and Taylor no longer recommends Elixir strings. Now is it Diodario XS strings or XT? I
don't
guess
know.
someone had just. I mean, really, that's when a maker recommends a string, it's because that company's paying them an awful lot of money.
yeah, or they feel like the specs of the strings match the specs of the guitar better than others. Maybe they care.
I think that's the truth they come to after the fact. After they find out we're going to get how much money,
These are
yeah.
This guitar was designed for these strings.
Exactly. I think that really comes after the fact.
Probably. Indeed. Well, I found my water when I was weighing my bass, so there's
Well, that's
that.
good.
Yeah. I put it on the dryer.
I found my White Claws. It's like Kool-Aid White Claw.
Yeah, wow.
And I also found a big CD in the refrigerator. I think my wife made before Christmas, and it was like, company's coming over. We need refrigerator space. Put this down in the downstairs, and I guess we forgot about it.
No botulism. Don't worry about it.
No,
It's
maybe I'll
fine.
try it. No,
Yeah. I will. My wife is funny about that. She goes, "How long has this been in the fridge?" And I was like, 3-4 days. And she's like, I'm like, "I'm gonna eat it. It'll be fine," But she's funny about that. She gets a little elderly in her mind. She wants no part of it. Whereas I'm like, I'm willing to push that envelope a little bit.
I have a milk thing. Like, as soon as new milk comes in the house, I get rid of the old milk. My wife's like, "Why are you doing that?" It's still fine. I said, because here's my theory. I'm drinking this milk that's about to go, because we want to drink it before the expiration date. While we have perfectly good milk sitting there that's going to get just as close to the expiration date by the time we get to it. So new milk in, old milk's gone.
Yeah, and there's nothing
That's
worse
the way I roll.
than taking a slug of questionable milk and going, "Ooh, this was a bad decision."
Two things. You only have to make the mistake once: milk and sushi. I had one bad piece of sushi, and it was like 8 years before I'd eat it again.
No, I've been very fortunate that I will not.
And that's why you should not buy sushi from a gas station.
Indeed.
No, this was like from a really good restaurant.
Hey, every once in a while, there's a bad
Yeah.
piece of fish. It had a parasite or something, and it's true. It
Yeah,
happens.
see, I do too, Charlie. I always keep it in I keep the last one. Actually, I keep them all.
Oh, that's one of my. I can be a hoarder, and I've just broke myself that habit. If I change strings, the old ones, I cut them and I wrap them up and they go in the trash. I want nothing to do with them.
Well,
They're done.
I mean, in normal respects you would, but if you're trying to find a string, no, then you need to keep them. Like I write, it was too bright. It was this, and so I can try to pinpoint. And then once I find the brand I want to use, then then I'll get rid of them all.
Yeah. Okay. Well, see, and that's pretty smart and pretty anal, and I'm, not that anal.
How long do you usually go, Charlie? I mean, if you're doing that, then you're probably not going more than like 3 months on a set of strings, right? I would think. Usually like
Yeah, he
month
plays
and a half.
pretty frequently, so. Hey, the dog paws
Hey,
here.
what's up, Dog
going
Paw?
on? How's it going, Doc?
I'm trying to, Doc, you would probably know. I'm having problems finding the right guitar strings
10 years at the most.
for my Taylor. 10 years, you're right. That explains so much. Optima, gold strings. Just got 4 sets of Optima gold strings. I don't know what they are. Are they made of gold?
Well, and Dom's talking very specifically about acoustics. That's the one he's struggling with. I don't know. I assume you have acoustics. I don't know what you play, Doc, but
I'll find them. I will find them.
and that's probably most of us do that. It's like, they either don't feel right or they don't sound right. It's like, I got to make a change.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to change my Ibanez here, and not because the strings are that old, but it's not staying in tune here all of a sudden. And I think I need to make a neck adjustment and then restrobe the bridge and everything. So I'm just going to go ahead and, again, just Ernie balls are cheap enough. I'm just going to change out the strings and adjust the neck and all that. Because Dom knows, I hate if a guitar doesn't play in tune. I can't have it. Can't have it.
Yeah, I mean, it is like it's an unforgivable kind of thing.
Oh, it just makes me angry. Can't deal with it. And this Ibanez was gold. It would stay in tune. It was probably my best stay in tune of my guitars. But all of a sudden now it's not being that.
Santa Cruz. Hold on, I've been taking.
Yeah, I was about. Yeah, here. I'm gonna highlight it.
Yeah. Right, I will try those too.
Unwound
That's
G. Okay.
String Joys.
Okay.
Santa Cruz. Yeah, I haven't got into mixing sets. I know like Joe Bonamassa does that. Or he used to do that, and now they just make him the strings
Yeah.
he wants.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always, when you're a big stud like that, you can do that. Yeah, I've never tried to mix and match the strings. I like to just, again, find a set. I've been chasing ever since Cayman went out of business, though. I was settled on some strings because they're just, none of them, they just don't sound like those old strings used to sound. I've never found a bass string that sounded as good as those old Cayman strings. They were, had I known that they were going to go tits up, I would have, robbed a couple 7-Elevens and
You would have
bought
been
3 or 4
like
sets.
you would have been like what was his name? Elaine with the sponge.
Yeah, probably, exactly.
Seinfeld references.
Yeah, Markley still makes strings. I looked at a set the other day because I was thinking about putting those on my acoustic, and I ended up doing some. Well, actually, no, I bought them, but I didn't put them on. I bought 2 sets, and I put the Diodario on rather than the Markleys.
Good night, Justine. Feel better.
From the cold meds. Yeah. All right. Have a good one. Get feeling better. A lot of that going around. My nephew goes in for surgery tomorrow.
For what?
Broke his wrist playing hockey yesterday. Yeah. So, yep, his season's over. It's my brother's birthday today, so I get he sends the x-ray last night, and I call him today, and I say, hey, happy birthday, how's it going? He goes, it's, yeah.
It's a day.
It's a day, yeah. But that's
Oh,
how
man,
it
that
goes.
sucks. How old was the kid?
He's senior in high school, 18.
Okay.
So,
Oh,
this
so
was
your-
his last
your
season.
younger brother?
Yeah.
I did not know you had a brother.
Yeah, I've got one brother. Again, there's always 2 Lane boys. Always, for generations. My dad, his brother, their dad, going back decades and decades. My brother has 2 sons. I had 2 sons. It'll probably die with my kids.
Look at that.
'cause-
And we're friends, and I have 2 sons.
Yeah, exactly. We do kids.
First
we do
thing he
boys.
asked me,
But
how
my
many boys you got?
Yeah, well, because I know boy things.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, he's a senior in high school, so he's going to miss the last part of his hockey season, his senior year, which sucks, but it is what it is. And my brother had kids later, my brother's only
Strings
2
by
years.
mail.
Strings by mail.
What way to go? I'm sure there's like a way right on the computer I can do that, but
Probably.
I think taking a photo with it and then storing with the other 15 billion photos I have on the cloud is
Yeah.
a much simpler way.
There you go. Indeed. Well, we talked about the change in the time. We talked about guitar porn. Were we going to talk about something else? I thought we had
yes.
3 things.
Yeah, 3 things. So we're going to try to do, not all the time, every once in a while, we want to do, and we're going to hopefully help with Michael's songs, like the way we were doing the start of Saturday Night Live with musicians playing sets. We would like, whenever we can, maybe once a month or a little longer, to try to plan like a whole night of entertainment for you guys with people coming on maybe 15, 20 minutes, maybe someone playing a half hour, and do like a Thursday night showcase. So that's going to be something else we want to.
Yeah, so it would be mini sets, live mini sets of our friends coming on and playing. It won't be an open mic. We're not going to do
not an open mic.
We're just gonna have people that we've talked to, and they'll come on, and But yeah, like Dom says, once every 4 weeks, 6 weeks, or something, we'll have a special where we'll we
can have it full,
Yeah.
or maybe not the whole thing. We still have to do our little banter. Otherwise, we'll have to talk during the week.
Screw that.
What was it? Was it not last night? The night before?
Yeah.
Me, Chris, Michael Songs, and then Maria. God. It was like 9 o'clock. Me and Michael were texting back and forth to each other, and at one point I was like, "Dude, man, I can't keep. I'm 56.
Too
I
much
can't text like this." So we met online, and then and like 9 o'clock, and it was like 1 o'clock. I'm like, people, we have to go, and about 1:40 we actually all disband.
Yeah, we finally quit yapping at one another. But
And I think maybe we talked about music once. So that
Yeah,
was
a little
actually
bit.
kind of cool. Just talking about life and things
just
we've done. And,
stuff, experiences. Yeah, I got to know each other a little better on a
Yeah.
personal level, which
That was actually a lot of fun. I like it.
yeah, indeed, it was good. Yeah, Dom
And I
texted me.
I had nothing to do that night. So I was
Well, that's
like,
it. Dom
hallelujah.
texted like, "Hey, what are you guys doing? You want to get on and chat for a while?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. I'm done with dinner. I'll do that."
Me and Michael both ate pretzels together.
Yeah, because it was a bonding experience for
Yeah, it
them.
was very bonding, yeah.
All right, about
We
to
had some
cook a
funky
steak.
looking pretzels, though.
Yeah, those were weird pretzels,
Ooh,
but
cook a steak. We're having steak
is nice.
tomorrow.
I had steak last night, and I will have steak again.
We were supposed to have steak tonight, but I think my wife said it and forgot to take it out. Did we ever make an animal pick for you?
I don't know that we did. I know we did.
No,
Mrs.
you didn't.
High.
Did you do a mini set? No, I don't believe so.
Yeah.
But I'm
think
sure
so.
Michael's songs
But if
would
you
still love to do one.
If you ask Michael Nice, I bet he will hook you up. Oh, look at that. $6.99 a pound.
$6.99 a pound
For
How thick?
ribeyes. Ribeyes are good. That's my favorite. Yeah, I got delivery from my farm yesterday. So I got some nice ribeyes and
Your
got
farm.
some nice. Yeah, well, we buy direct from a farm co-op on the Eastern Plains, and so they come into town.
That's cool.
A couple times a month, and literally deliver a package to you with.
We
whatever you
used
order.
to do one. It was called Echo Valley Farms. Really good steaks,
Yeah.
but they only did steaks. But they were really good, and they were literally, not super expensive, but
Well, it's good to.
expensive enough. But for mail order, like it was too much of a pain in the ass. But we do Butcher Box now, and they're decent enough. They have some like really good cuts, but the regular steaks are, fine for during the week. It's not
Yeah.
a Saturday night kind of steak, but
Well, that's it. We get a variety. Like last night was sirloin. and cooked the way that I cooked it and sliced on the bias. It was tender. It was very flavorful. But we get skirt steak a lot because you can do a lot with skirt
Yeah.
steak. And it's unbelievably flavorful, as long as you cannot overcook it. That stuff will get tough as a cob on you if you
Yeah.
don't cook it right. But it's delicious.
I mean, I've really only had skirt steak in like Greek places, like they.
Well, that's it.
rolled up.
Yeah, you'll get it there. Most fajitas in Mexican restaurants is in fact made with skirt steak because it's great for that.
You know what's funny? Growing up, the only kind of steak I ever thought existed was London broil. Like I think that's all we could afford to eat.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, me and my wife found or like made a marinade for them. So
Yeah.
now we buy them. We just buy them, score them, fill up Ziploc bags with the marinade, and just throw them in the freezer. And as long as you can cook them at the right temperature, you don't want to cook those things over at all.
No, they go.
Even
from-
medium, they're terrible.
No, that's hockey pucks. But I mean, it's got flavor in it if you do it right. And like you say,
Yeah.
always marinate. And my brother actually does London broil on his grill fairly frequently when we're feeding the hordes up there, and he's got a good recipe. He's got it down. But
Oh, really? See, this is why Michael has to be part of it if we do this. So Pendar didn't. She actually won a golden ticket. You have to have an animal.
yeah, you're testing my memory, Pendar,
Yeah.
and so I'm sorry. That's never going to be good. Well, and I cleaned out a bunch of stuff, so
Yeah, I removed one. I'm guaranteed Michael has them.
yeah, Michael's got everything. Indeed.
What was she? People want to know. Hey, where is our?
Yeah, Charlie's looking to be adopted by Dog Paw. 'Cause I guess Charlie likes steak.
Who don't?
Who
No,
does?
not that one.
Well, vegetarians are not huge steak fans, I don't believe.
Vegetarians only exist for meat eaters to go. Thank you for not eating my steak.
Yeah, it's more for me. God bless you. Oh, you're just good for whatever you want to do around us, Pendar.
Excuse me. These things are killing me.
Yeah, you've developed a little bit of a little cough or a tickle there.
It's because I'm still not 100%
Yeah.
nursing a cold. It's
Yeah.
lasts forever.
Those lingering colds they suck. Mm-hmm. I am so, knock on wood, I feel very fortunate that I almost never get sick, and when I do, it just doesn't last but a day or so.
It is actually amazing the amount of money that goes towards the food bill.
Oh, well, I just stopped yesterday and picked up basic stuff, veggies mostly, no meat, and it was $100.
Yeah.
And I was in the store for 15 minutes.
Just our friggin' snack bill because
Yeah.
of our kids is ridiculous.
I feel bad for you. Yeah, we don't do any of that. We just, I make my wife a lunch, and we only eat twice a day, and still.
Lunch and dinner or breakfast dinner.
Lunch and dinner. Yeah, I don't eat anything. I have a cup of coffee.
Isn't it funny the one meal we're all supposed to eat?
Well,
Most of us
again, that was overblown. Again, Kellogg's might have had something to do with that. That lie.
Maybe. No, it's actually coffee has something to do with it because I am just so unmotivated in the morning.
Yeah,
So usually by the time I'm ready, I'm late, so I have to go.
that's it. Even when I did eat breakfast, like, crap. What am I going to do?
No, but like when breakfast is probably though my favorite meal.
I love eating it. Well, now I'll make breakfast for dinner, with
Oh
some
yeah,
frequency. I mean, that's
we
a
we
no-brainer.
that's the name we always give it when we forget to feed our children. Who wants pancakes? Yay! My wife's like, oh shit. I really forgot to feed the children. Like, I won't tell, honey.
Yeah. Yeah, well, so my lunch is my breakfast, I guess.
I would probably be better eating breakfast and not lunch because I eat lunch and then 2:30 I just want to pass out. Yes, Maria, we did say pancakes. Hey, everybody, it's Miss Maria.
Yeah, we conjured her. Now we know if we ever need to summon Maria.
She
we know
wasn't even a
pancakes.
house when I said that.
Yeah, that's right.
She
was
just magically appeared in their living room.
She was in the town next door and pancakes? Like the bat signal from Maria.
She was very excited when we were all hanging out because apparently the town over was experiencing a blackout.
Yeah, and so
meat-
she was very
A
excited.
meat prep room.
Nice.
Like, what do you mean a meat? Like you're gonna like just start butchering your own meat?
Yeah,
Is that what he's doing?
maybe knocking the head off a cow and
Well, no, because he did say he bought by the price. I imagine he's getting something like, and then cutting it down himself.
yeah, it sounds like. Which is, if you can get a butcher to work with you on that, that's a good way to go.
Sure.
And again, if it was a good animal, it was funny. My farmer friend out in Yuma visited us, I don't know, about 2 months ago, and they had bought part of a cow and had it butchered and everything, and gave us steaks, which was delightful. I mean, what a nice thing to do. But I got to tell you, this cow was living a hard life because he didn't taste nearly as good as the cow I get. He was, yeah.
So I want to put up an excerpt from Charlie Gabaldon's new weight loss book.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
You should eat all your junk food at breakfast so you have all day to burn it off instead of at night sleeping on it. And that actually makes sense. Tomorrow
it's good
morning,
advice.
my kids get Doritos and chocolate.
There you go.
We'll work it off, kids.
Have a good day at school. Because they still have recess and PE, right? Oh, wait. Yeah,
What?
they probably don't.
Have PE?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
You're laughing at your own joke, and I have no idea.
Well,
what the
because
punchline was.
they just don't do PE and have the activities that they used to have in school.
No, not. I mean, my kids play some version of tag with different names every time. Oh, we played zombie tag. You mean tag? No.
Yeah.
But they were all mad because they don't get to play turkey tag. I think that the gym teacher was sick, and they were like, she promised they play turkey tag. But I don't know.
Yeah, you could have just stopped with Chris Lane Sr.'s right, but yeah. So there you go. Yeah. Buys a roast, cut it, freeze it. There you go.
Okay. I've made sausage.
Yeah.
It's the first time I made it, we made hot sausage, and I really should read things better. And I put the entire spice pack into the amount we made, then realized it was for we made I don't know, 10 pounds, and it was enough for 50 pounds of sausage. So you could not eat them, but what my ex-wife used to do would take one sausage and put it in a sauce, and it would flavor the whole damn sauce.
Yeah, there you go.
You got to read those instructions. But you need an extruder, and I think we only made it because she had a KitchenAid, and good God, they're $400 or $500. You have to use it for everything.
Yeah, I've got a food processor and mixer and everything, but I don't have the meat grinder attachment to it because I just sauce. I've got a hand grinder, and I've made sausage once with it, but it was a giant pain in the ass.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And yeah,
That's like making pasta with the
yeah.
the wheel thing.
And without the real extruder thing, stuffing the sausage is
No, it's impossible.
very challenging.
And you think putting on a condom is tough, ladies and gentlemen. Try getting the casing over that little thing.
Well, yeah, when you got the floppy meat. Well, for some of you, it's still the same. So never mind.
There you go.
Yeah. Ooh, who doesn't love jerky? I know I love a good jerky.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I've ever had really good jerk. Like,
There's a
stuff
lot of
that
places
comes,
here
the stuff
in Colorado.
that comes in the bag. I like.
Yeah, well, and that's fine for what it is. But
What
there's
is
a
it,
lot of
Jack
places
Links or
here.
something like that? Is that
Yeah,
it?
Jack Links is all right. There's a couple local brands here that are pretty good. And then people just make jerky. There's a place when we go to Durango. It's in a little town on the way down there, and it's a big jerky place. And I always stop in and get a couple bags of their stuff because it's it was made that week, and it's just unbelievable. And they do elk and bison and all kinds of exotic stuff in addition to beef.
Yeah. Hey, Crow on a Wire. Good to see you. I think Dog Par has like secret butcher fantasies.
Yeah, maybe so.
I mean, he knows his meat. That's one thing you got to say about Doc. He knows the meat.
Doc knows his meat.
You should be
yeah.
doing the Arby's commercials, which I don't know how they can say they know the meat. There is no meat there.
God, I haven't eaten an Arby's in so long. There's one literally a block from my house, and I haven't eaten there in 15 years.
I mean, but every once in a while,
Yuck.
an Arby's roast beef with horseradish is friggin' delicious.
You say that, and I thought that too. And the last time I went there, and again, it was like 10, 15 years
Problem
ago.
is, it's delicious here. Every once in a while, I still want White Castle. And it is the nastiest thing in the world, but sometimes I just, I need White Castle.
I
Drive to Queens to get it.
I was that way with KFC for a while, but it
Oh, no, never.
broke me. No, I
Yeah.
can't eat that. I haven't eaten it
Wet
forever.
fried chicken, it's not supposed to be wet inside, no.
No, it's...
In a pinch, Popeyes isn't too bad.
Yeah. I'm not sure that I've actually ever eaten there. I don't believe that I have.
And where?
Popeyes.
Oh,
And they are all over here, but I've never eaten there.
yeah. I mean, it's. I wouldn't say it's delicious, but it's good in a pinch.
Yeah. The Amish are ruling the market at jerky and things like that. Yeah, well, Amish make great stuff.
I think the Amish are. I think they went mainstream. Like
To an extent.
my mother got duped into buying one of those handcrafted Amish electric fireplaces. I'm like, Ma, this is a fucking electric fireplace that you paid way too much money for, Ma. Now it's made by the Amish. I'm like, Ma, it's not made by the fucking Amish. Maybe they made it the thing that goes over it. I'm like,
That
oh
would be
my
my thought.
God.
Because, when I think electronics, I don't think
of
the Amish.
the people who use none. Yeah, it's them. Well, some of their laws have changed. Like they're allowed to use it for business.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they're allowed to produce it. But just the whole idea, I could not believe.
I actually quite admire the Amish because they have their principles, but they're not. There's some pragmatism there. They will flex a little bit when flexing is needed. But yeah,
They're not like the Amish of old.
no, that's for sure.
I actually had relations with an Amish girl camping. We used to go to a campsite in a place called Spring Gulch. It was in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and the campsite bordered a farm, and the mother and daughters would come in every day and they would sell pies to all the campers, and man, the pies were fucking delicious. And the eldest Amish daughter, she lingered a little bit and found out I had weed, and it was a fun week camping.
You English, huh? look at you. That's too funny. Now, when I used to go back east frequently on business, and I'd hook up with my business partner there in Virginia, and we'd go drive to whatever show we were doing, and there's a lot of Amish in that area, and he'd just say, well, yeah, that used to be a farm and didn't make any money, and the Amish took it over, and now they're working it, and et cetera, et cetera. I don't know that Amish have, I know the Mormons have the magic underwear. I don't know that the Amish do.
No, I don't know about the Amish underwear.
Yeah.
And Charlie, I can't see, you do not look like anything. I'm looking at you. Look like a guy who sold a tech company 30 years ago. That's who you look like, you know.
Yeah.
He's like a millionaire hippie.
I mean, it's
is
a good,
Charlie's
good beard, but it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just, I look at Charlie, and he's got a hat and a beard, but I don't think Amish.
look. No, it's not. Yeah, I wasn't there.
And you know, here's our resident Mormon expert who's not a Mormon.
Yes.
You know, and
Lived
it's-
next to him, though, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're in Utah,
I thought Madge
know Mormons.
invented soaking, and Palmolive invented soaking.
yeah, and she did it right there on live
Yeah.
TV.
You're soaking in it right now.
dirty,
Oh, Madge.
dirty bitch. Leave her. She's out there soaking on TV.
Charlie Gabolden Gates. It's Bill's older brother.
Yeah.
Funny shit.
Well, it is funny. Funny, kinda.
Funny kind of. I think very funny. I think
Yeah.
we're very funny people. They entertain
No,
me.
absolutely. No, there. You can say this. People in our little YouTube community here, they got a ton of personality.
Yeah. Whoever thought anyone would go to a show where there are two guys sitting on the screen just read people's comments?
And we crack each other up.
Yeah,
Go figure. Yeah, well,
Well, sometimes we do other stuff.
yes, we do. And I don't know what that says about the state of entertainment in this country. Well, what it says is this is
I think it says
at
a
least
lot
as
about it.
entertaining as anything on commercial TV. So there you go. So they've gone either way downhill or this ain't so bad. One of the two, or some combo.
Well, we have no producers. Like, there's no one. Like, we have plants. You know, that's when you know when the show goes. You know,
Yeah.
jumps to shark when. You know, people are telling these crazy ass stories for us to comment on that aren't true.
Yeah.
You know, this is reality TV, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, exactly. All of these things happen to the best of our knowledge. Mm-hmm. We have no reason to question them.
Well, except for things Charlie says. Huh?
Well, yeah, but again, with Charlie, you know what you're getting. There's tongue firmly in cheek.
Oh, come on, Charlie. I watched like a video at least 3 months ago. Boom, psh. And you also posted like Tuesday morning.
Yeah, I'm not even functional when you post your videos. God bless you for getting up that early. I mean, I guess, well, technically he's in California.
Well,
so,
he has to get up to take his medicine.
yeah, I gotta get up. I gotta pee. I guess I'll make a video. Oh, no.
This,
doubt.
the show comes with a disclaimer automatically.
Yeah, we should disclaim this entire thing.
Yeah, the owners of this channel fully support your crazy ass stories.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. Well, now everybody, when this show's over, go to Charlie's channel and give him
please
a
listen
pity,
to. How
give
about
him a
let's
pity
go-
watch.
Yeah. Why don't we? Let's give him. Charlie, what's your worst song?
Yeah, yeah. What's the song that you're really embarrassed?
What's
and
the one
should
you're
take
really
down?
embarrassed of? And we'll play it right
that
now.
one right now. Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick one. Screw you, Charlie.
Oh, you're already there.
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
It's,
Oh, so that means you're going to pick the one we have.
no,
Oh,
no,
wait.
I'm not doing that either.
No, I can't spell his name. I give up. This is why we don't,
You are pathetic. All right, there's Charlie with his Hezekiah beard. Let's see. Well, we're going to
Charlie's
play.
still enjoying a little Rumspringer, apparently.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. A little Rumspringer. All right, I got one, and I just picked the first one, and you know what? We're gonna let her rip, Peter
right.
Chip.
It's a pity listen for Charlie, everybody.
Yeah, because we feel bad for him. Now you can't say, look, we've got, we'll have.
You got at least one view today.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, people, however many watching you right now, Charlie. Ha ha.
Well, I saw you in Walmart. You were holding his hand. Only been broken up now about a week and a half. No, I'm not really, I'm just telling you. You left me for him. Something that peculiar I was noticing. Your new boyfriend is ugly, and I'm glad that he is. Don't you all go get married, have some ugly kids. When I was with you, didn't treat me right, and I was good to you. That old boy there is ugly. Glad this happened to you. Said all I ever wanted was to drive my truck while outside ESP and do some crappie fishing. Yeah, that's pretty much. No, I'm not jelly, I'm just telling you. You're a winner with me. Something look peculiar. Now everybody can see. Your new boyfriend is ugly, and I'm glad that he is. Don't you all go get married, have some ugly kids. When I was with you, didn't treat me right, and I was good to you. That old boy there is ugly. Glad this happened to you. I'm not one for dissing. I'm the one you're missing. Close your eyes when you're kissing him. Your new boyfriend is ugly, and I'm glad that he. Don't you all go get married, have some ugly kids. When I was with you, didn't treat me right, and I was good to you. That old boy there is ugly, kinda glad it's true. New boyfriend is ugly, and I look better with you. Well, if you guys like that, give it a thumbs up. Till next time, see you in the funny papers. Bye-bye. Here comes a snippet. Christopher Robin and I walked alone. The branches lit up by the moon, posing our questions to our New York. Some days disappear all too soon. One of us further today than I should. Can't seem to find my way back to the wood. Help me if you can. I got to get back to the house on the corner by one. You'd be surprised at so much.
Charlie go bald and everyone. That was a funny ass song. Your new boyfriend is ugly. I was digging it. But Charlie, man, you got to get a better diffuser, man. That mesh in front of your face is like weird. Just get a thing for your mic.
Get a thing. Yeah, I had one for a long time. I just quit using it.
The pops, I like the pops and the breasts.
Yeah, exactly. For live, absolutely. And, yeah, like we had 54 viewers watching. But you're right, we don't now. But that was cool that he wrote a song about you. That was really nice of him. I didn't know that.
282. Next week, Charlie.
Yeah. Not a diffuser.
Excuse me.
All right, what is the dog paw? It's the Japanese board.
It's funny. It was. I mean, because it was direct. It wasn't off to the side. It was like right in front. So I kept like squinting. I'm like, what's wrong with my glasses? I think we've just discovered Charlie's problem. Yeah, that's not a diffuser. That's just age. That's my skin.
My birthmark.
Oh, too funny. You're funny, Charlie.
God bless you.
So you working on any songs, Chris? You have any irons in the fire?
Yeah, I got a couple things I'm pissing around with. It's
Like what?
not just nothing that I'm prepared to really do anything. Nothing even that is ready to put into Songwriters Anonymous. I've got kind of a chord sequence that I'm playing with a little bit that it has potential, but it's the lyrics haven't hit me for it yet because I've just kind of came up with it last week. And then I got some crap that I gotta finish. I recorded Frank Terzo's song 5 weeks ago.
Right.
And just been
I
fucking
remember
around
you
with the
saying
video.
you were like I think I missed the.
Yeah, because I just
Craze.
screwing around with the video, and so I'm well after the fact on that one. So I probably
said that you save for like the anniversary.
yeah, that's what I'll do.
know?
Remember a year ago when everybody was doing this song?
Well, God, I mean, what was it like 4 months ago? You started playing your St. Patty's Day song.
Well, because I got ahead of the curve on that one
Yeah.
because I know how I am. But look, it's the first of the year. I still don't have video for that one either.
Yeah.
And
No, it's going to be
so-
funny. You're going to play for St. Patty's Day, and then people are like, oh, it's Chris's old St. Patty's Day song.
I've heard this for 6 months.
For 6 months, we listened to it. Yeah.
True story. Sad but true. So yeah, those are the couple of little things I've got screwing around on.
I haven't gotten into my DAW yet. I haven't worked on a few things. I had an idea. I'm working on a song called The Tortoise. For his point of view. My point is that he's like, I ain't fucking racing. I'm just going out for a walk. That's my story.
All right, the tortoise. That could be my video theme song.
Yeah.
I love doing videos, but I probably spend way too much time screwing around with him. There you go. See, Dogpaw's planning ahead. He's still. There you go. But we did. Now again, we knocked out a Christmas song.
Goddamn in record time.
Yeah, we got that one. From
Matter of fact, we
idea.
were talking about it, I think, the night before on Clay and Chad's show. And they're like, where's Chris? I'm like, I'm relatively sure he's working on the video.
Yeah, no, that was true. But yeah, that went from idea to recorded song to video in 10 days.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, 8 days. Yeah, we knocked that one out
I mean,
fairly quickly.
we dropped our Christmas song on December 22nd.
Yeah.
We're always right in there.
Yeah, well, it's fun to do that. That was a good time.
It's because it just happened kind of thing.
Well, that's it. It was fun because it was spontaneous. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, hey, I got an idea. What do you think of this? So yeah, that was fun.
But that was seriously the first time I picked up an electric guitar, and probably
Yeah.
last time I did was when I recorded Marigold. So that was a while ago.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah.
And I kind of alternate around, but I've been obviously playing acoustic a lot more than my electric to the point that, yeah, when I picked up the Ibanez the other day and I was playing around with it. Well, I did it for Doc's little show, the little fundraiser thing. And it was just, I just felt like, man, I'm not going to go on this show with an acoustic guitar for Doc Danger. Hello. So I plugged in the electric and I did the songs and I did two, but I mean, I could hear that G and the B string were just not sounding the way they were supposed to. It's like, I can hear this intonation is about 5 to 15 cents off. And, and then I strobed it after the show and I'm like, son of a bitch. So I don't know if the strings just went dead or, like I said, I think the neck needs a little adjustment.
Possibly. I mean, it's much easier for a guitar like that to go out.
Yeah, and the weather is, the humidity is relatively stable here, but in where I keep my guitars in my office, and they are always sitting out. We're summer, and then it went to winter, and man, the temperature's really bouncing around. I don't think that's helping.
Well, I mean, the case is I think the case is pretty important,
Yeah, and I've got cases for everything, but because I play them all the time, I leave them out. Mm-hmm. So,
like I said, I literally, the first thing I recorded like on YouTube was just me messing around with my electric guitar, and it had been 22 years since I opened up the guitar case. And those are the strings. So a good case, really makes a difference. I don't always put my acoustics away, but I keep those Diodario dampened packs, in them.
yeah.
And like the night before I plan on playing, I always keep them in the case at least then. Before I take them back out. But I mean, it gets chilly down here, but there's never a humidity problem. If I have any issue, is my guitars all often go sharp than flat.
Yeah, well, that's what I can see temperature. Yeah, and they'll go just a teeny bit sharp. But yeah, we don't. We would love to have some humidity here in Denver. That's not a thing that we have a lot of.
Yeah, Charlie.
Yeah, Dom does. I
do. Yeah.
I try. I'm not as good about it as I need to be. And again, partly it's because it is so dry here. Yeah, you can try and put the humidifiers in the guitar, but you got to check them every second, third day.
Well, that's why I like these packs.
Yeah.
They're humidity packs, and these things. If you haven't seen these, Charlie, basically it's like you get 3 pouches. You put, and it comes with a little holder, and you put 2 and you put them in the sound hole, and the third one goes just under the headstock in your case, and it's like 2 ways, so it releases humidity if it needs it, and it draws out if there's too much. And then when they're old, they get hard and crusty, and you just put in a new pack. And the better conditions are obviously the longer they last. So if you're in a very dry area, they're going to get used up fast.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. All right.
I think that's where the idea came from.
There you go. Fun stuff.
Yeah, you could do that, Charlie.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, Texas is dry and humid as hell all at the same time. It's kind of odd.
It's like the worst of everything.
Yeah. I'm not a fan. are silly people.
Ain't we though? I can actually see you putting a damn sponge in your guitar. Remember remember that green thing they used to like? Here's a great idea: soak this in water and then put it in your guitar.
Yes, yeah, the asparagus looking thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
and then
sold
go
those.
stick your finger in a light socket. That was crazy.
Yeah, there's been some poor ideas. And again, some of that is overrated to an extent. My Yamaha 12 string, which I bought in 1980, I never humidified it. I kept it in its case. I bought a nice hard case with it and everything, but I had it tuned standard for up until a year ago. And I finally, dropped it down a little bit. And the bridge is fine. The top is dead straight. No issues, no cracking, no. So, yeah. I think it's the swings that kill you. Now, if I was traveling and on the road with these guitars, that'd be a different story. But they stay here in my house, and I don't basically ever take them out of the house.
Well, that was when you say swings, I meant the swings of tuning. That was one of the main reasons I wanted to get my other guitar back in action, is because I do a lot of open tuning songs. So now the Taylor is going to be my standard tune guitar, and my Martin is going to be my open tune guitar.
And yeah, that makes sense.
So that way, if I'm going to play, then I'll just pick up that guitar when, one show, all right, I'm going to do the songs I know in open G. Do it that way.
Yeah. Well, that's
Otherwise, because then you go through the strings so damn fast when you're
when you're changing them around.
tuning.
Oh, yeah. No, that kills it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do not like to be tightened and loosened and tightened and loosened and all that kind of stuff.
Well, and that's another reason why I prefer thicker strings.
Yeah. They don't like it. So tomorrow's Friday, right? So we got
Tomorrow is 12 for 12 with Chad and Clay. They're doing 12 song premieres, one premiere every half hour.
Yep, that's going to be good. So I'm going to have to.
Michael Songs, he has a premiere.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
Is that? I think it's a song you do with Lady Campion, possibly. I'm not sure.
Yeah, if Michael's still here, he can tell us.
And
that.
11 other people.
Yeah.
Well, not 11. Son of Snake obviously is going to have a premiere because
yeah.
he pretty much has a premiere.
Well, if Chris goes first, then he'll have a new song for the last one.
That's true. He's going to be Chris is going to be the first premiere, and then he's going to write and record a new song, and he will also be the 12th premiere.
Yeah, that dude works fast. I mean,
Yeah.
I got, because they've announced the show, and I thought, maybe I can have something ready.
Well, they still have, I think, a few spots open, right? Or have you not updated it, Clay? It looked like they were the 3 still open.
Yeah, I think, hey there, how are you? Good to see you. It's
Hey,
JCT. Yeah, I think they got a few, but again, I'm not going to make it. Because, yeah, field trip day.
We should have saved the Christmas song.
Yeah. Well, again, those things have a shelf life. I mean, you can't play a Christmas song on December 15th. So there you go. See? 9:30 Eastern on the show. So, yeah. And that'll be good. It'll be fun seeing all the new songs.
Sure.
And I will, I don't know.
Hey,
I
Jason,
imagine I'll drive the bus. Depending on how much whiskey I drink. At some point.
excuse me, my friend. You're not the only bus driver anymore.
Do we have some other bus drivers?
I think there's a new bus driver.
That's good. We need some other bus drivers because.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Mothers Against Drunk Bus Drivers kind of got after me. MABDA. Yeah, they were a little unhappy that I was wandering around driving that big school bus after a couple belts. So
Somehow I figure all bus drivers look exactly like you.
yeah, well, yeah, it's kind of
But
that.
they
What
what they
Otto
made-
from The Simpsons? Hey, man.
They made it. What that made them easy was Chris was always had his gun.
Well, what's
Yeah,
funny
you
is my
never know.
next door bus driver is my next door neighbor is in fact a bus driver for the district here, and he does not look like me. He's a nice older clean cut guy, and he's sweet. He's a nice guy, so I think he drives the special bus frequently because he's a sweet guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, well, good. Again, we needed some other bus drivers because let's tell the truth. There, it's getting a
Well,
little
you've been
unreliable.
stealing all that bus driver glory lately.
Well, that's it.
Is the sole bus driver.
Yeah, we needed another bus driver.
I think Marie would make a good bus driver.
Maria would be a good bus driver. She'd be nice, but you'd have to follow the rules.
Yeah.
On my bus, people steal
And of course,
snacks, and
You would get off the bus and be tested on when is Michael Song's next live stream?
Yes, yeah, that's exactly, yeah. It's like, okay, now, before we engage the bus into gear, let me walk you through our next few live streams. Yep, indeed. Too funny. Pansy kids get a, yeah, exactly. Yep. Well, the time I rode the bus in Utah, but school was 6 miles away, so So yeah,
We had a little episode. Actually, that night we all got together. We were all hanging out together. My kid, 10, got into blows on the bus. And now there's cameras on the bus, and then they show it to the principal, and I was like, I was like, man, if you get kicked off this bus, you are fucking dead. I said, because you don't know the crap that's going to cause for me and Mom. But I did tell him, after we gave him the lecture, I was like, listen to me. You go into school, any adult talks to you, you say nothing. I was like, you don't cop to anything. I don't care what's on video. You don't say shit. You just say, call my parents. But then after it all got resolved, then I told him my bus story. And after I told him my bus story, he's like, I can't believe you're mad at me. I actually caused something on my school bus that made my bus driver crash, and we went into the woods. I was in the back of the bus, and someone threw an apple, and I was like, "What the fuck, man?" And I just threw it, and I'm not in sports, so I don't have really good aim, and bam, nails the bus driver in the back of the head, and the bus goes into the woods. And then she's like, who the hell did that? And the entire bus, Dominic Torregrossa. So I got banned from riding the bus, which is great because I met this dude, had a car, and we just get high every day and drive into school before.
You're an interesting dude. Yeah.
So
Yeah, bus stories.
did that really happen? That sounds like something from a movie. Pulled over and walked on a bus. I could see. I mean, that's a sucky job.
I could see and the kids. I mean, my neighbor was telling me, and again, he's driving all these buses, and had a kindergartner tell him to go fuck himself, and he's like, where are these kids learning this stuff? Again, he's an old man like me, so we get
Obviously,
get
from
off
the
my
old
lawn.
bus driver.
Well, yeah. Well, this is why I would never. I mean, it's not a bad gig, and they pay pretty well because they need bus drivers. I wouldn't do that for a second because, man, the old football coach in me, I'd be pulling over the bus and there'd be some ass whipping going on, and you know what? You can't do that.
It's not because it's just a company that's out to bid that does. I forget what happened, but at one point we were talking to the school's principal, and she tried to do that. Well, we really have no control over the buses, and I said, "Excuse me, my taxes pay you. Our taxes pay the school. What you choose to do with the money has nothing to do with me. You're responsible for what happens there." So that's the way I think about it anyway.
Yeah. Well, here the district owns the buses, and they're totally in charge of that. But
It's probably better. No, here they don't.
well, yeah, accountability wise.
Well, that's because where I live is a busing mess. Yonkers and I think it's L.A. Were two places that were sued by, I don't know, some equal rights kind of thing, because of their unfair practices of where kids went to school. So if you were on the one side of town, you went to really good schools. If you were on the other side of the town, you went to really crappy schools.
Yeah.
So us in L.A., in L.A., that, the whole,
Yeah.
the whole area where all the rights and stuff were. So where we go to school, where my kids go to school, we live in a decent part of Yonkers, but you could literally be sent to any school in Yonkers, and there are some really, really bad. There are some school in Yonkers. If a kid went there, we would have put him in like Catholic school.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the thing here in Colorado. You have a lot of school choice. You're in a district, and your address is that says the elementary, the junior high, and the high school you're supposed to go to. But you can opt out.
That's the way most places are, except if your city gets sued.
Yeah.
The SE,
Yeah, they must have
the
been
ACLU,
bad.
Yeah. No. I mean, obviously it was bad, but
Yeah.
it's a pain in the ass.
No doubt. Watching and driving is a bad idea. It was a bad idea in the 80s. It's a bad idea now. All the cars with movies, and that's a built-in entertainment systems. I went, how about?
Oh, that's where I used to watch. I mean, I used to have I'd spend like 5 hours a day in my car going back and forth to work, and I did watch constant. I had it set up where I can kind of see it, but not have to look at it. So it was like in my view as I was looking at the road. And I would just rip movie after movie after movie and watch them while going to work. Until I ran over that old lady.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It just seems like a. I don't think the wife would approve of me watching movies, and so eyes on the road, hands upon the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Although, but I see it every day. I mean, people are on their cell phones. They're eating burritos. They're doing makeup while eating a burrito, and that's what your home is for. This is not the mobile. Pay attention to what you're doing, because there are thousands of other cars right in this area, and you're going to run into them. And I see an accident every single day because people are eating burritos and doing their makeup and talking on their phone and doing everything but driving the damn car.
What about the women,
Give me a horse
put
and a
on
six gun. Yes, thank you. I'm with you. Mount
put
up
on makeup
regularly.
as they're driving?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I
I've
see
seen
that
a
all
guy
the
with
time.
a shaving.
Yeah, it's like, guys, this this doesn't work.
What are you trying to do?
See? No, I mean just that doesn't shaving and eating burritos, but yeah, Maria, multitasking while driving. What the hell? You were shaving?
He
I don't
drove a
wanna know.
manual in 3 different traffic circles.
And it's not like you were shaving your face. So, okay, well, I don't know if I need to be impressed or horrified, or some equal shares of those two things. Now, going back to this comment, give me a horse and a 6-gun. Let's go, and stay off my lawn. Chris, yeah. Well, hey, damn it. Now that's true.
I actually bought that T-shirt for my niece who was a millennial, and it's a picture of a stick shift, and it said, anti or
Yeah.
car deterrent, for millennials kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I don't. Now, both my millennial sons, because they both owned cars at one time that had manuals, so they can drive them. And I mean, no son of mine is not going to be able to drive a damn manual transmission. But
Problem is now, even manual. So what would you rather have, an automatic or a paddle shifter? So a lot of manual cars no longer have. Now they just have paddles, and they don't
Yeah.
have a gear selector.
yeah, they're
I'm like, what is the point?
yeah,
of,
that's not really a transmission.
What is the point of switching gears if you can? That's
Exactly.
the money.
And it's still basically an electronic transmission. So yeah, I'm with you. Hey,
What's going on, Feisty Feather? How you
how
feeling?
you doing? Yeah,
I heard you were a little down.
Yeah, well, you're back in the stream, so at least you're feeling well enough to hang out with us, idiots.
Either that or she just woke up from her last dose of medication. Like,
Yeah, it's like
oh,
I'm
she has it 20 minutes before she passes out again.
I'm delirious from fever.
I need water. Yeah, exactly.
These guys are entertaining. Oh, she's sick. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like a nice stick myself there, Kurt.
Oh, yeah. I drove sticks forever. You know,
I still have one.
I would love to have one, but no, not currently. Our Ford has that twist electronic transmission, which I friggin' hate. Hate. But
I just everything like there, there's a lot of cool comfort features in cars, but man, like there is so much computerization in automobiles now. It's
kidding.
ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous.
Yeah, my kid's his Jeep just shit the bed, and it's the computer that died on it.
Yeah,
So-
it's almost always, yeah.
Yeah, and so he's, it's at the dealership, and they've got to replace the brains of the car, and it's $5,000. Okay, see, she knows. She knows if she's going to be on the stream, I will inevitably say something that will cause her to go into a spasm, and she wants to keep the inhaler close, so.
Yeah, it's
Turbo lag sucks. I will say that about my little Escape. It's got a turbo on it, and man, there's not much lag on that thing at all. It's impressive for.
like I said, the whole point with especially American cars, like we don't care how fast your car can go. How fast does your car go fast? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
That's what raw power does, most more sophisticated cars would destroy me, but
Yeah.
right off the line, you're gonna know I'm coming for you,
Yeah, exactly.
The
Have
blower
you
starts
ever-
going,
Driven an electric car?
oh God,
that-
no, just shoot
Well, no.
me dead.
But I will exactly. I'm not down with them, but man, you put your my brother bought a Tesla, and you put your foot down, you're gone. The acceleration on those things is ridiculous. Frankly, most people shouldn't drive them because the acceleration
What's
is
the
far
zero
too
to the 60?
Oh, it's something really stupid. It's like drag strip kind of fast. And I couldn't tell you the seconds or anything because I'm not that much into it. But I drove it the one time, and I'd heard that you got up and go, and I said, "This is what I'm going to do," and he goes, "Buckle up, Buttercup," and he wasn't shitting. I mean, that would boom, we were gone. Because it's instant. There's no turbo lag. There's no, spooling up or any of that thing. You're gone. So yeah, Hey, DJ Big Red 81, how
DJ?
are you? Good to see you, man. How am I doing? Well, depends. Yeah, see the Jetson models.
Oh yeah, who don't want that?
Well, that's
What was
it.
the sound the car made?
Yeah, we were promised flying cars, and I don't have.
They
a
never
flying car.
promised.
Well, they said we'd have them. Liars.
Didn't. Yeah, but they only go to like moon, and it costs.
It's
$3
almost
billion to
exactly
get
the
on
same, Charlie. It's almost exactly the same. You grab that button, and man, you go through those bushes. Yeah. Same idea. Yeah, my next door neighbor actually has 268 SSs.
My sister had. I forget what year hers was. White. And I was just never a Camaro guy. I mean, they're great. They look good, but
Yeah,
wasn't my
that's
thing.
cool. And there's no
always
computer in it, so when the EMFs go off and everything, or the EMPs, and
You mean so you can fix it yourself, Chris?
yeah, I mean, I actually could fix that car. I mean, I can't do anything with my car now,
No.
and it's all but. And honestly, the people that work on these cars can't do anything with the cars right now. The computer has to tell them what's wrong with it. They have no idea, and they just replace parts until it starts working again. Ask me how I know. So yeah, my kid took his Jeep in. And it's like, oh yeah, it's this, and they replaced some module and everything. And he was going skiing last weekend, and it crapped out on the side of the road and stranded him again. So they towed it to the dealership, and I guess they got to replace the entire brain. You know what? I'm not going to highlight some of these comments, but they're funny. Well, there you go. 37 miles to the hour.
That's it. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, well, those big old buses.
And it's true because it's not 35. It's 37.
Yeah, that's right. 30, well, again.
God, I used to own a car, like, after 10 miles, you would have to pull over for a while. Like, it would just overheat or, the brakes would just stop working or,
Yeah. Well,
you
my
had
wife,
to plan your trips by, like, all the stops in between.
my wife in high school had a raised up big old Ford F-150 black truck and, little tiny K, and the carburetor float would stick. So she would have to open the hood, climb up into the engine bay, and jiggle the thing and to restart it. And get that. Everybody's had it. Yeah, everybody's had a a clunker at some point.
Oh, I've had several clunkers.
Yeah. Probably the best family clunker we ever owned was my dad's. When he moved to Utah, we were still in Oklahoma. So he took the job with Bass Mountain Fuel in Utah. So he moves up there and he goes up a couple months early. We need to finish school. So he needs a car, so he buys a used MGB, little white MGB, because he thought, oh, this will be fun, a sports car, and, the family's not here. So he buys this thing. Well, Clay will attest, the roads in Utah suck because they use salt because, hello, Great Salt Lake, cheap, right? The roads are always in terrible condition, and they have a lot of winter in Utah. And so the potholes are tremendous. And he'd be driving along, and he'd hit one of those giant potholes, and the radiator would break off the mounts and fall back into the fan. and chew the hell out of the radiator, and then that was the end of that. So after the third radiator he put in, he's like, I gotta get rid of this piece of shit. So he did, and cleverly went out and bought a brand new orange Chevy Vega, which was, that car had so much power we had to turn off the air conditioner so we could get up the hills.
I've had cars like that. Like I don't own just one. I own two Chevy Chevettes. And that was like,
Didn't learn the first time, huh?
Yeah, I got, well, no, but they were cheap, man. Like the first like 5 cars I had, I literally would drive around with a screwdriver in my car, because when it died, I would just take off the plates and walk to a used car. What do you got for $400? Well, we have this lovely Chevette. All right, I'll take it. And that was it. That's like for the first 4 cars, I got them that way.
Yeah, it's crazy. Not a fan of some of the new things. I mean, again, like you said, it's a mix. I mean, the seat heaters and, although all of a sudden my Apple CarPlay is not functioning right in the car because I just bought it. I was leasing it, then I bought out the lease, and now all of a sudden my phone won't connect properly because,
Here's my problem with these seat heaters. Could they give you a switch where you can keep it on your back and turn it off your ass?
Yeah.
My ass does not need to ever be that warm. I want it on my back. I'm old. I'm brittle.
Exactly. The seat heater in the back would be fantastic, especially in cold. I mean, I don't mind a little tush warming, when you're starting out.
Let it come on for the first 5-10 minutes, and then gradual fade.
I'm with you. Yes, exactly.
I don't need it the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
It's getting swampy.
Yeah, it's been, and I don't know. Well, the other thing, it could be the Ford, because Ford Pass, their software is terrible. They actually had
they have the worst software.
Well, exactly. I don't know if you guys read, Ford, a whole bunch of people 2 weeks ago, their cars just wouldn't start because there was a software update and cars are like, sorry, we're not running. So I'm not sure if it's the Ford software, if it's the Apple, or some combination of the two.
Does Ford have Apple Play now? I thought they didn't.
Oh, yeah. No, they definitely do.
They haven't? I guess everyone does that.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, they've got Apple Play because I've got an Apple phone. And it worked perfectly up until, like I said, a week ago. And I don't know what changed. I don't think I had an Apple update, although who knows with those guys.
You know what Apple did? It actually drove me crazy till I figured it out. So, if you have a Ford, I have my regular car is a Ford Edge.
Yeah.
They have the worst navigation systems in them. Like they god awful.
Yeah, they're terrible.
So I just started using Waze on my phone. And Waze work good, except I don't like the GPS just choosing on its own to reroute me. Let me know first,
Yeah.
But after a while, Waze completely stopped working in my car. I could not get it to work. Then only to find out, Apple Maps works really good. Like, their GPS works really good now. And I'm
That's
like,
what I use.
They somehow did something to the phone so you could not you run Waze anymore. And they had to have done it.
Yeah, that sounds like an Apple Play kind of deal. Yeah, they're kind of assholes like that. But their Apple Maps and their navigation is excellent. So there's that.
Oh, Charlie, we are not highlighting that one. You got to do better, Charlie.
Oh, the toaster one?
Yeah.
I did highlight it. You weren't paying attention.
You did? Oh,
yeah. Well, again, we gave him a pity play. I gave him a pity showing of his joke. We're trying to help Charlie out here.
I have no idea. That would be kind of funny, Maria.
Yeah, maybe.
If it was.
Yeah, maybe that's why it works. I mean, again, here's when you're old. I had a TomTom for, when I was doing a lot of business traveling and, before car navigation was a thing, we had a Tom and a Garmin, so
Oh
we
my
could
God, yeah.
get
Mhm.
around in cities that we hadn't been to before, and
Yeah.
they were lifesavers.
What I like what they does now, like the original. I used to go crazy when listening to a GPS when you're on a straight friggin' road, and it would give you new directions every time you passed anything. Stay to the right. Like, just tell me
I
go
hate
straight
that.
for 95 miles and shut the hell up.
I hate that.
But like I like now with Apple Maps, we're like, make a right. No, it's just pass through this light and make your next at the next.
Yeah,
light.
it's
I'm like,
better.
That's useful information. Like to
Yeah.
tell me what before.
Yeah, they still will sometimes say, "Hey, you're gonna stay in the left lane. You're gonna go for a while." It's like, to the point, it irritates me enough that I don't actually use the navigation until I'm pretty close to where I need to be. If I hadn't been there before, because I can find my way no problem for most of
I'm
it.
embarrassed to admit that I've become kind of GPS enabled. Like I can't go anywhere if I don't put it on anymore.
My kid, yeah, the
Yeah,
youngest one, that's how he is.
I'm a little sick of myself, but it is what it is.
Yeah, well, he has always been directionally challenged. I remember one time he was in high school and he's trying to go to the orthodontist or something, and he calls me and he says, "Hey, we're trying to get to this place and we can't find it." And I go, "Well, where are you?" And he goes, "I don't know." And we start describing. I said, "Okay, so are you heading north?" And he goes, "I don't know." And I said, "For fuck's sakes, you live in Denver. Where are the mountains? If they're on your left-hand side, that's west, and you're heading north. If you're on the right-hand side, you're heading south. For shit's sakes." But yeah, he always struggled with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, pretty. Hey, that's happened.
Yeah. Right.
People have literally driven off.
Oh, that
cliffs.
was an episode in The Office when he's in the rental car and it's like, take the next left, and he goes, but there's the lake, and he drives into the lake.
Yeah, you can't like everything. Self-driving cars, I would never trust them because of that stuff. Hey, Pole Vault, what's going on, man?
The whole concept behind self-driving cars is I like the idea that they've talked about, like, so it kind of like a big ship. The captain gets it out of port and into the open water, and then, and just like a plane, and then they set it on its course. So I like the idea you drive your car and you pull onto the freeway, and now it's rigged so the car goes. And like if they did it, like you can increase the speed limit substantially. So
Yeah.
I like that idea.
I love the idea. Color me skeptical that, because not all the cars are going to be equipped with that, and then you got people who program them, and I don't know. I actually was on Clay and Chad's show, and it was that AI show, and we talked about it, and I'm skeptical.
Of course. Because it's all going to kill us in the end. It's going to happen. Every movie, that is what happens. The robots win in the end
Yeah,
because they know they no longer need us because they can self-replicate.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
we're done.
And that's it. Who needs
But I
the
just
meat
accept
bags?
my fate.
Yeah. Well, again, AI is fun until it kills us. That was what I left the show with.
I will be right back, folks. I don't know if
Alright.
you want to play a song, but I'll be right back.
See how he is. Yeah, maybe I'll do something. Sleep is evil. I like to sleep but I, again, don't sleep as much as I used to because I don't need to. But yeah, this, I feel bad for you, Paul. That sucks. Dom and I were talking about naps, and he was a napper. I don't nap for exactly that reason, because even if I take a 30-minute nap during the day, well, then that kills me for 3 hours at night. And then the next day I'm dragging ass, so. And yeah, to your point, to Dom's, yeah, not much traffic in the air or open sea. Not like driving up I-25 or I-70 or I-5 or name your favorite I in the United States. Or yeah. Well, let's just see what we might play just for a little tunage, just for something different. I'm looking at our list and see what just looks fun to play. What's something that we haven't played. There's, yeah, one I did with Laurie's Mishmash. I'm not going to play that one. Let's see. What looks fun? I don't know, man. This is, pick your favorite ice cream flavor at Baskin's 31 flavors. You like all the flavors. Tough. I'm going to play this guy. Why? Because he was here earlier. And we'll listen to this. So, all right, this is Axiom, and like I said, he was here a little earlier, so we're going to play him, and this is a song called Breaking Point.
Guys, they are beating up. Guys, they are fucking. Look at that shit.
Yeah, get on the car.
Look at that
shit. Bounce on the hood, motherfucker.
Look at that shit. The cops are breaking their own car, and they're gonna blame it on the protesters.
Oh, yay, way.
Woo!
Oh, look.
We are here. We are here in the name of peace.
Connected by tear gas.
All I see is destruction.
Hey now.
And
Come
we're
on,
back.
Beauty. And we're back.
Yeah. So a little axiom for us.
Little axiom, a little rightish.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock. There's a woman I like to introduce to my mother.
See, that's the thing. You move places. My dad did that. Moved to Bozeman, Montana. You know, because he wanted to get out of Denver. He always wanted to live in Montana, and so he moved up there. And it was a nice little town, but everyone else figured it out, and everybody else moved in. And he's like, but now he's 83. He's like, I don't really want to move again. I'm like, you know, I get that. We'll see. But then he bitches. At the same time, he bitches about the winters up there. It's like, you moved to Montana. I mean,
Yeah.
did you not know what you were getting
Did you
into?
read the booklet?
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's my favorite. When people move someplace and go, oh, man, the plane noise and everything. You moved next to an airport. What did you think was going to happen there? So yeah.
And there was that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we got to wrap this puppy up there soon.
I think we have discussed the things we're going to discuss. So let's review.
Let's
next
review,
week.
folks, next week.
We start at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time instead
No,
of our
9 p.m. Eastern Standard
I'm sorry,
Time.
7 my time.
Wherever the fuck you live time.
Yeah, 9. Thank you. 9. Yeah, do the math. Do the conversion.
Or is it going to be your Chris's little? That's little Chris Pro. When you see it's 10:05. Chris set the.
Yeah, it's one of my little
Chris
things.
made that's a Chris move.
Yeah, that's right. If you can tell who set up the stream. If it's 05, it was me. If it's on the dot, he did it. So yeah. So that's thing 1 next week,
Thing
9
one.
p.m. Thing 2, in the near future, sometime in the next couple weeks, we'll announce we're going to have the mini sets. We're going to have some artists come on and play live as entertainment for you guys. That's thing 2.
The Thursday night showcase.
Yeah, Thursday night showcase with mini sets. And thing 3, send us your videos of your guitars.
Your guitar porn videos. We want videos of your guitars.
Yep.
Email them to me or Chris.
Yep.
Not too long. Like
Yeah.
30 seconds, no
30
more than
to
a minute.
a minute. Yeah.
And whenever we have enough, we will do an edition
Yeah,
of guitar
we'll-
porn, which we hear Hugh Caldwell is now on board to try to make some
Yeah.
proper
guitar porn
star
music.
styled,
Yeah.
wah-wah pedals.
Bum, bum. Yes, because he has wah-wah pedals and all of
It
that.
could be a fight now because pole vault's trying to.
Well, you know what?
Well, then we can have special versions.
There you go.
We have special versions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can have the pole because I'll change the graphs. We can have a pole
My
vault.
guitar has to get. You have to get it, lick it up first, pole vault.
Well, just give it
What's
some
going on,
Viagra.
Hubster?
Yeah, hire a guitar
Did
fluffer.
you watch Gary's live stream last week?
You bastard! You talked over my joke, and it was a good joke.
I'm sorry, but I just saw him pop. I mean, boy, he had a load of shit going on.
Poor Mr. Hubbs got to talk to the police not once,
Popo, yeah.
but twice.
I was like, God damn! I think they're gonna tase him. That's why I was really waiting for it.
Well,
You would have went viral, man. If you
yeah.
would have gotten tased while playing, and that would have been fun. But man, you would have got views. That sucks.
Everybody says Canadians are nice. Yeah, based on your interactions with the cops, not maybe as nice as everybody thinks.
That was engaging television.
It was must see TV.
I could not turn it off. I couldn't be there live, but I was watching the next day, and I was like,
Yeah, I
"Holy
watched the
shit."
replay, and I'm
because I watched a while, and then it's the day, so I was scanning through, and I was like, "What is going on?" He's just talking and talking, and then I backed it all the way up, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Man, that was pretty exciting stuff.
Well, because I got up and I went, because we went late, and I'm like, I wonder how Gary's thing went, and I was just thinking that in my mind, and it came across my feed that somebody talking about, the cops showed up, and I went, oh crap, and so I went and looked, and yeah, that was interesting. But to your comment here, Feisty, I don't care about regular porn, but guitar porn I care a lot about.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's where we're going with that.
Guitar porn. It's all about the good guitar porn.
Exactly.
Well, we could possibly do food porn if guitars get old.
That could
Well, we
happen.
do food porn every week.
We talk about food every week. I mean, I could do some video. I'm going to do a video for Chad. Maybe I'll do a couple for us too. I'll teach you how to make some things. You want to make a nice Alfredo sauce? I'll teach you how to make a nice Alfredo sauce.
No, I don't want you to teach me.
Well, you don't have to learn. It's for the people.
Okay.
Screw you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, again, as a longtime coach, I can tell people who are coachable and people who are not. You're not real coachable, I don't think.
No, I'm very coachable of things I want to learn. I don't want to learn how to make friggin' Alfredo sauce from an Irishman living in Denver, Colorado.
What if it was the best Alfredo you ever had?
My pig-headed Sicilian brain says you cannot learn from that person. Right.
Okay. That's fair. I completely
You got no
accept
vowels
that.
in your name, man.
I do not. I got one vowel.
Hey, one vowel. You got, yeah.
Yeah, the E is silent.
You got the one. You got the one. I have I got like 8 vowels just in my last name.
You got more vowels. You are
I'm full of vowels. I am full of vowels.
You are vowel enhanced. No question. See, and Gary knows. Who doesn't love Irish Alfredo?
I'll tell you, my wife makes Irish spaghetti, and I do really love it because you can just chow that on it.
Absolutely.
And you can make it in like a half hour.
Well, that's what mashed potatoes are. That's Irish guacamole.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love Alfredo Feisty. I do.
Yeah. Well, what's not to love? Alfredo is delicious. It's a key Italian sauce. Well, he didn't have anything against Alfredo. He has it against an Irish guy teaching him how to do it, and it would be much to his chagrin. He goes, "Damn it, this tastes really good."
Oh, I'm sure it'd be delicious.
Bastard.
that has nothing to do with it. I'm sure it's delicious. I would trust anything you made.
See, and now this is how you know he's 50-50, because a real Irishman wouldn't be offended a bit. It's like, fuck you. We don't care. For fuck's sakes. Yeah, Alfredo is a big...
Yeah, it's a little too over the top to be like something you could eat a lot of.
Well, yeah, no, this is a special. This is a once, twice a month, because and I do. My version is because Kay doesn't like heavy stuff, so my version is a little lighter, very flavorful, but it's not the really heavy tasting Alfredo. Because that's too much. As good as that might be. Being an Italian, I went to an Italian restaurant one time. And I really wasn't in the mood for anything. So I just got like linguine and clam sauce. And goddamn, it was the absolute best. Like, how is this so good? I couldn't figure out. And the guy's like, we got guys back there all day shucking clams. I'm like, you're actually... Oh,
yeah,
fresh clams.
He's like, yeah, how do you make it? Like this.
Oh, man. Now, linguine and clam sauce is fantastic with fresh clams and, probably a nice dry white Italian wine. And, ooh. Well, now I'm hungry.
Yeah. Like, I did have to, when I first got married, I did have to correct my wife. Like, she would be like, oh, we don't have spaghetti. Or we don't have linguine, so we're going to use spaghetti. I'm like, you can't use spaghetti and linguine and clam sauce. The sauce won't cling to the thin pasta.
This is how know whether you're serious about it or not. If you match
that
your
is
noodles
why there
with
are
the sauce.
so many different types of pasta.
Exactly.
Oh boy, I'm starving. Foodborne.
There you go. Well, this is,
Oh my God.
know,
Feisty, if you ate that now, you would like barf your ass
yeah,
off.
that's your tummy's
but
probably not
you-
ready for
Yeah, that's
Alfredo.
a little rich. I'd go with
Easy-
a
yeah.
saltine. I'd go with so start with a saltine and
Easy.
work up to the Alfredo.
Well, that's what I told her yesterday. I said toast and broth. Get in there and try a little rice. Yeah. Again, you've got little kids. I've got kids.
I don't think we can talk to. I think we have the banner from the show. I dip my steak in ketchup. Let's just leave that up there for the rest of until we say goodbye, because that's something else.
Ketchup is not, and ketchup is not a real condiment. I don't use it on anything. The only reason we keep it in the house is my wife wants it, and
Well, ketchup. 4 things. I still like ketchup on a burger. If I just have like sweet sausage on a hero, I like ketchup on it. Scrambled eggs, if only scrambled eggs, ketchup. And it's very good. I mean, it's the base of every barbecue sauce. So it has its place, but
well, it's not. My barbecue sauce is actually tomato paste, not ketchup, because ketchup has sugar and all that other crap in it. Yeah, well, I'm sorry.
You don't have to be sorry.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of ketchup, but and ketchup on steak we're an open, inclusive community, so we're not going to outright ban you, but now we're going to kind of look at you a little different.
No, so GJ, it's very nice, very sweet of you defending her, but just by the way she introduced it, she knows what she's doing. She knows she's wrong. You could, she knows she's wrong. She can't help it. We understand, but so that's indefensible.
Yeah.
He's about to give the old, it's chopstick. No, it's hamburger.
It's If you tell
Wait,
us,
please don't tell us you go and say, give me my ribeye well done with a
that's
side
exactly
of ketchup.
that's exactly where I was going to go.
If that's it, she's gone. I want her gone.
I can't defend that. Yeah, no. The prosecution rests. No, that's exactly where I was going to go. If it's a medium rare steak and we like a little ketchup, okay, different strokes for different folks. But
At least she eats the steak correct, right? Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My kid puts ketchup on everything.
Yeah, I have some people. They like it. I've never liked ketchup.
No, it's too sweet.
Yeah, just one of those
But
things.
in America, tomato is the most used vegetable because of ketchup,
Well, yeah,
which is crazy.
it is crazy. Let's see what Gary has to say.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Give them a gnarly thing.
yeah, we can't. Oh, so right.
No, I've heard people ask for it, and you always get that moment of like heads just turning.
Yeah.
Especially, I've been to places where the steak costs like $80, and they're ordering it that way. This is not a ShopRite steak, folks.
Unbelievable. I'm with you, and you know what? That one is just like, come on, dude. Yeah.
You've never had a ribeye, Heather?
Oh, you poor thing.
My, that's why.
Yeah, she's really
What is
not
that
eating
husband
steak.
teaching you?
Yeah,
Come on, Al.
We're gonna have to have an intervention.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to
Yeah,
chat with
really.
Al. Buy Heather a ribeye. It's the most flavorful and the most tender of steaks. It is the best cut by far. Filet mignon, nice. Ribeye, far superior.
Yeah,
Yeah.
filet is like a steak on a diet.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice petite
Ribeye
steak.
says, I am beef.
Yeah.
You can love me.
All my beefiness. I got
Mm-hmm.
a nice marbling fringe, and I've got good marbling inside, and I'm going to be tender. And
I may go upstairs at 1 o'clock in the morning and the steak is now defrosted. And it is a ribeye.
well, there you go.
I just make
Yeah, I don't think I'll be eating steak at 1 in the morning.
Oh, I could. No, I'm going to eat salami and provolone, actually, when I go upstairs. That's my go-to.
Now, again, I can see it on one hand, but that is give the customer what they want. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but that's kind of retarded, too. I mean, I like to joke
Yeah.
around about it, but hey,
Yeah, but come on, man.
she could eat her steak however she
Exactly.
wants. But, to not give it to you, that's
Well, and
assholes.
chicken is nice. I eat chicken. Well, we eat beef, chicken,
Well, I mean,
and fish. That's
I think all of us are chicken people. One, I don't think any of us could afford to eat steak every night, and
and you wouldn't want to.
No, it wouldn't be as good.
No, it wouldn't be special.
Yeah.
If I could invite people over for a barbecue, that would be awesome because I'd have a great time putting it on, and you guys would have a good time eating it.
Mm-hmm.
Would be. Now, again, here we talked about this earlier, and you missed steak fajitas. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Get that flank steak. Flank steak
yep.
is.
Mhm.
And, make sure you cut it against the grain. It's tender and it's fantastic in fajitas. That's the best fajitas are made that way. Yeah, man, that's the thing. I got nice peppers this year from my garden.
Did
And
you?
we had fajitas more than we usually do because I had such nice peppers to put
Mm-hmm.
in them. They were bell peppers, but they weren't the wussy bells. They had a little heat to them, and they were nice.
What kind were they? What was the name?
Well, they were a bell pepper, but because I grow them in with my tomatoes, and then I grew jalapenos and the one that's red that I make the red pepper flakes with, which is really hot, and they kind of cross pollinate a little bit. So my bells weren't as mild as a bell you would get in a store. And my jalapenos had a good bite, but they weren't that really aggressive hot. So they all kind of enhanced one another, and I had great peppers this year. They were fantastic. Really. Yeah, they were good. We had, and the best part was because they didn't have them the way they usually have them, so I picked out the peppers while Kay was getting the tomatoes. Well, I thought I was buying 3 pepper plants, but in fact, because of the way they packaged them, I bought 6 pepper plants.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay, so we had 6 pepper plants, and it was fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, see, pole vault and I have talked about this. We grow them the same way. But those little red peppers they're so... I mean, I still have some from 3 years ago that are in the freezer because they were so prolific and I just couldn't use them all. So I've got some frozen, and then I've got some of them that I dried and then just made the red pepper flakes from.
We did that one year with basil. We hung up clotheslines in the basement, and we tried our own herbs. It was too much work, but
Yeah, I had a nice herb garden, which I put one of the planters up in the spare bedroom, but it's too friggin' cold. It's not getting enough sun. So I had thyme and I had oregano up until about 3 weeks ago, and I got the thyme last night for the Alfredo, and it was pretty good, but the oregano is crapped out, and the Italian parsley is dead. But hard to keep those going. Basil is great. I had really good basil plants this year. They were flavorful. I just needed to make more pizza this year, and I didn't make much pizza.
well, we just always, you can only use so much basil until you just make pesto and pot pesto and
Yeah, and then exactly.
save it for my gnocchi.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen here. It's What's the temp right now? Taking bets.
Cold.
Cold is absolutely. Come on, weather. AccuWeather says right now at 11 o'clock in Denver, Colorado, it's 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah.
Camila has sheep.
Oh,
You will have sheep?
sheep are.
I've never met anyone that had their own sheep. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Except them eating herbs, but sheep will eat anything.
And apparently, Pendar cannot stay away from us. This is her third time apologizing. I don't know why you're apologizing that you're back. We like when you're here.
We think it's fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, we're getting ready to wrap up too, so sorry.
Well, we
Pendar.
started talking about food and went another extra 10
Yeah, and
minutes.
again. Yeah.
That's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and now she's got some herby sheep. So those sheep are already
Some
pre-seasoned.
Herb sheep, yeah.
Yeah, which, so you can have some Mediterranean food, that the sheep basted themselves internally. Crazy sheep.
She gets calls and stuff. I did not know Pendar was a drug dealer
Yeah,
or a pimp.
yeah, that's
She's
right.
getting calls.
I bet Pendar has a really strong pimp hand. Don't
Yeah.
you think?
Oh, yeah, definitely. She's a tough
Yeah.
chick.
Hey, no doubt about it. It's pre-herbed. There you go.
All right, Chris, let's say goodnight.
Let's wrap it up. Folks, thank you very much for coming. It's great hanging out with you. Dom and I love to chat, and thank you for being a part of our chat. And
Absolutely, folks. Thank you much.
We will see you
Remember,
next week.
9 o'clock, we'll be here.
And all the chat will be on Dom's channel. So remember, mark your calendar, and we'll send you reminders.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to put everybody in Dom's chat next week.
You know my name, right?
Yes, I do. Keep it up. And you'll have a new name.
Oh, I have plenty. I mean, you have plenty of names for me.
Indeed.
The ones you tell K when I get on your nerves.
Not really. My beeper's
So
going off.
don't forget, 12 on 12 tomorrow.
Yep.
Conspiracy and Chatters.
Yep, and
Doing
Rocket
12
Rabbit
premieres
Holes
tomorrow.
on Sunday, and I don't know what the topic is this week.
Pendar, are you doing your open mic at 6 on Saturday?
You and Ms.
I'm
High.
waiting so yeah, you and Ms. High. There's possibly that. Got Camp Gmail. Gary Hubbs. Is Gary, are you going to be going live somewhere on Saturday night? Or is that done for now? Like, would you have to find a new spot?
Well, yeah, two things Gary's got going against him. Strike one, he might be out of that parking lot for a while. Strike
It's damn
two,
cold.
the polar vortex is swirling around, and I know how cold it's going to be here in Denver next week, so I got to figure even Vancouver a little more temperate, but I imagine it ain't going to be warm. So, well, everybody, check in with Gary and see what he's going to do, and we will see you guys all around in the various shows and various chats. Thanks for hanging out with us.
And everyone pray. Pray for Feisty Feather that she stops putting damn ketchup on steak.
Well,
And Al takes her out for a ribeye.
get a good ribeye, and then you'll go, I don't need ketchup.
Yeah.
It's got its own ribeye sauce.
It's meat sauce. Good night, folks. Take care. See you soon.
We'll
Bye.
see you guys.